Welcome to the ballpark of the Palm Beaches in West Palm Beach, Florida. It is Game 8 of the Banana Ball World Tour, our only day game on the entire docket of the World Tour. As you can see, fans starting to pile up at the gates as they open up here at noon Eastern. And what a view of the entire complex here in West Palm Beach that the Washington Nationals and Houston Astros call home during their Grapefruit League play every spring since 2017. It is a magical, magical sight and a beautiful place to be in just a really phenomenal arena for the young sport of banana ball, which has captured all of our hearts here on Bananas TV. Thank you to everybody tuning in on the Tube, the old YouTube broadcast, as well as everybody on the No Filter Network. We're sorry that we couldn't get No Filter live to you yesterday, but boy, are we happy to have you on the net for a little midday matinee. The Bananas and Party Animals will kick their game off at 1 p.m. Eastern today, live from West Palm Beach. And then a little later on this evening, the Astros will play the St. Louis Cardinals. So it is just an unbelievable weekend of baseball and banana ball here in the Sunshine State. As, I mean, you just, it's an unreal scene here. And it was unbelievable last night with the entire stadium filled up with 7,500 raging maniac Bananas fans as they begin to pile in for their day game here this afternoon. The YouTube comment section getting after it already. Judy Pounders first in the comment section, as per usual. Judy, thank you so much for tuning in. Parker Braden Bell, 82 McKinley, JRSYFF86. I don't even know how to possibly pronounce that. Happy to have you as a first-time watcher, though, my dear friend. Cash, Max Freeman, M11D, Steve Kellogg, Patley 37. I mean, the YouTube comment section is going absolutely bananas. And speaking of bananas, we take you inside the broadcast booth here in the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. Biko Scala welcoming you in to Bananas TV. I got to yank the old headset over here a little bit. Thank you to Lauren Costa, my high-home camerawoman, for the second straight day. The fireworks broadcast last night, I appreciate all the kind words for it. Unfortunately, I'm going to take the blame for the audio getting sent to the moon. I get very excited, especially when the finale comes, and I think I got too excited, sent too much audio into our mixer, and we got sent to the shadow realm, so to speak, as far as audio went. But I hope everybody enjoyed my miming postgame. So quick, before we kick off our pregame here, a quick postgame from last night, because you didn't hear anything I said. A huge thank you to Fran Shea, first time on the third base camera. She was unbelievable. Emerson on the first base camera. I mean, she's a legend of the game. Nothing unexpected there as far as first case camera brilliance. Nick Keldy, the man with all the moves on the roaming camera. Of course, my coordinating producer, Chad, pressing all the right graphics at all the right times. And my technical director, Griffin, the best man in the land. As far as he's branched out of Chatham County. He's really the prominent broadcast expert in the greater Savannah area. Now he's starting to dominate the entire southeast of the United States as well. It takes an army, and I couldn't do it without him. So thank you so much to my crew. It was a really fun broadcast last night. Thank you to all of you who were with us for Game 7 of the Banana Ball World Tour. The Bananas took it by a score of 4-1. They are now 6-1 over their vaunted arch rivals, the Party Animals. And it's been a really fun ride. A lot of really close games. 2 of the 7 games have gone to showdowns. The Bananas were able to eke both of them out in 3-2 victories. And although the Party Animals were able to claim day 2 in Daytona a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago to the day here, the Bananas have not let any momentum go in the Party Animals' direction. The Nanners have taken 3 straight games after it, so it's gone 3-1 and then 3 as far as the win columns go. And then the last thing, then we'll get to today's game. I also kicked my foot up into the broadcast because I had to explain that, you know, I'm broadcasting slightly injured here. It's kind of like a Michael Jordan-esque flu game performance for me these back-to-back days as you take a look at the beautiful scoreboard and the variety of fields surrounding the gem of them all here. Wow, thank you very much for that. For that pan down. Here it is for the people. You know, the camera was going up. I got to keep it going. A little grade 2 sprain. Nothing too terrible. The curb monster got me last Saturday night in Montgomery. Took a little spill into a bush. I'm not a very libelous man, so, you know, city of Montgomery, the hotels, you know, you'll be okay. You don't have to worry about me getting crazy, even though my girlfriend, libelous? That's not correct legal, what is it? Never mind. Litigious, thank you, Lauren. Luckily, I have an aspiring lawyer in my midst to correct me when I'm just saying absolute nonsense. Anyway, we are really excited to have you on the broadcast today. The Bananas and Party Animals kicking this game off at 1 p.m., like I said, because the Astros and Cardinals play later tonight at 6:05. And the Party Animals looking to get a win here, keep it in the realm of possibility that they can tie this World Tour up at 6 games apiece when all is said and done. As the banana panorama continues to fly through the sky, we look at the unreal press box and the grandstands of the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. So what is on the line today is if the Bananas can win this game, they will clinch a victory overall in the Banana Ball World Tour. I know there's a lot of you Party Animals fans out there, and you're hoping that the Animals can win 6 straight here to close this out, or 5 straight rather, and even this whole thing up at 6 games apiece. But it is going to be a seriously tough feat, especially with Christian Dearman on the mound, who has been one of the best pitchers on either side here for the Bananas. So to fly into the comment section here, yeah, Judy and Pat Lee, thank you for your concern. It's really no big deal. I have to thank my grandparents, Sarah and Larry Scala, for convincing me to actually seek medical help for this thing. You know, as a 25-year-old man who thinks he is invincible as far as the body goes, I figured I could just walk it off. You know, maybe it was a sprain, but a bad twist of the ankle at worst, truly in my mind. I spent a couple days just hobbling around. I actually saw a lot of improvement on it, but it turns out the old grade 2 sprain, a little chip of the ankle bone. It's best to put your foot in a boot for a couple weeks and try and let your body heal with a little help from modern medical technology, you know what I mean? So, enough about my ankle. Now into the game today. As I mentioned, Christian Dearman starting for the Bananas. He will be opposed by Emmanuel Rosario. They have faced off now. This will be the 3rd time in 4 weeks of the Banana Ball World Tour that they are opposing each other. And both of them have been really solid on the mound. Christian Dearman with 13 innings in the book so far, a 2.08 ERA, only 3 runs given up. He has been really superb. 8 strikeouts overall, second most on the Banana Ball World Tour, only behind the Bananas' Friday night starter for all 4 weeks, Kyle Lewis, who has struck out a remarkable 18 and 17 innings pitched. He was superb last night, 4 shutout innings, 1 hit, and a 1-hit batter, as well as 5 strikeouts, was all that the Party Animals could muster against the 5-year Banana. So now they will try their luck against the 4-year Banana as we continue to fly around this beautiful complex. Taking a look at some of the other fields, the Great Lake out there, which word on the street is there's a couple gators, maybe some gator children swimming around that puppy. So beware if you come and visit the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. Don't get too close to the water. You never know what'll get you. So anyhow, I know Carol Rosario, the mother of Emmanuel Rosario, has made the trip here to the ballpark of the Palm Beaches, and she is ready to see her son try and continue a really hot streak. He had a very nice performance, 2 2/3 innings worked last time out, only 1 run given up, was really in control. He's a 5-pitch pitcher and has a lot of velocity. Surprisingly, throws the fastball around 92, 93. He can get his sinker up to 95 miles per hour. Kind of a weird anomaly of pitching, but that's just what Manny brings you. He'll throw the changeup, slider, and curve as well. Christian Dearman, on the other hand, kind of a 3/4-esque delivery. He'll hit you with fastball, changeup, curveball, slider, and he loves messing with timing. He'll fool around, do a lot of Johnny Cueto-esque stuff on the mound, where he'll shake his booty, dangle a leg, do whatever it takes to make the batter uncomfortable. One one of the big things that Dearman loves is, oh my gosh, Split is starfished out in center field. It was a very hot day last night, or a very hot evening rather, and it's another scorcher today here in West Palm Beach. About 84 degrees right now. We'll round up to 85 actually by game time. And Split just getting some well-deserved rest out there in center. As it was a hot one for our man in the suit yesterday, but he toughed it out. He's professional. Princess Potassia also was feeling the heat. I mean, listen, these people are out here in unbelievably hostile weather in big flowing dresses and mascot costume suits, and they're just putting on a show for the people that like you wouldn't believe. Now, we will not have Princess Potassia tonight. The legendary Carson Bowen, director of tickets for the Savannah Bananas, has been gifted from the Bananas a couple tickets to Duke versus UNC tonight, Final Four. First time the two legendary blue blood programs have ever faced each other. And Carson and Princess Potassia, who he is dating, are headed to New Orleans. They're actually there now for the festivities, as we've had somebody join Split out there. I really could not tell you who it is. We're really up high in the sky, but it's good to see that Split has a buddy there as we head out to the berm. Now, one of the coolest things about last night is that besides the batter's eye, which we are now flying over, the two sides of the berm on either edge probably had a few hundred kids on it. And I was talking to Kyle Lewigs, last night's starter, and Kyle said that while he was in the bullpen, it's probably like 250 to 300 kids started chanting, "Kyle, Kyle, Kyle." And it's just one of those things where one of the fans who was close to the bullpen was like, "Hey, are you from around here?" I was like, "No, I'm from Richmond Hill. I'm a Savannah area guy." And it's just the power of the Bananas social media team and getting especially Bill and Kyle's persona out into the world, where all of these fans can come to a Savannah Bananas game and Kyle Lewigs is getting a chant from them. I mean, it's mind-boggling to Kyle and Bill, and it, obviously it warms the heart. It's really cool stuff. So as we inch closer to pregame here, I'm going to dive back into the YouTube comments. Our Banana Panorama continues to patrol the stadium. We'll probably get our true pregame festivities cooking around 12:30 today. I'm going to exit stage left as we take another look at the field. Bruce, down there, the Superman Nana, being introduced by Shark, our PA announcer and DJ. In the chat, Blizz Bob reminding the folks that the rules will get discussed around 12:45. And you're right, Blizz Bob, the great young professor, our Bruce Buffer of Banana Land, will introduce all of the fine folks in the stadium as Tara and Avery, great entertainment interns of the Bananas, just take front and center on our third base camera. No mind at all for what we've got going on. Hey, there's the young professor. Here is Matt DeWitt, a first-year Man Nana and a Bananas superfan for a little while now. He was actually one of the original Coastal Plain League Championship tailgaters last summer, and hopefully that's something as the Bananas continue postseason success in the CPL that will have even more folks out and about. So to dive back into the comments, Michael George, happy to hear that you are all about the Bananas, my man. Gator Hater saying, "Let's get bananas." I love it. And mildly flavored, it is definitely different from baseball. There's 9 rules in banana ball that increase the entertainment value and the speed of the game. That's why, no shade at Major League Baseball, which is my favorite. It's my favorite sport in the world. But that's why the folks here are not selling out these games, and the Bananas are. This is something that the people enjoy more than America's pastime. That's just how the world changes. And, I think Robbie Manfred and the people at the top of Major League Baseball could possibly take a rule or two that we have here. And as I mentioned earlier, the young professor down on the field will be getting things going. Logan Delisle says, "Hi, Chad." Blizz Bob says, "Hi, Logan." I thought that Logan maybe was talking to Chad, my coordinating producer, but no, I'm not sure Chad has any idea who you are. Chad is a man of many fans, and it's tough to keep them all straight in his book. Judy P, happy to hear that you enjoyed the ball game last night. Cash is all in on the party animals here, trying to take down the Bananas for what would only be the second time in 8 games so far on the World Tour, although they have all been very close. Bruce Ziegler, thank you so much for telling the folks to hit the old like button. You know, I would never say it unless it was already in the comment section. So Bruce, thank you for giving me an excuse for that, man. Mason Savell, what is up with you? He is cheering on the Bananas in the comment section. Moses Denton, welcome to the broadcast, my friend. And why at the LSU ballpark, but watching the Bananas on the iPhone. That is what you love to see. Now, Bill Leroy introducing himself to the crowd. Let's hear what Bill's got to say real quick.
That was real weak. I know it's hot out here. I'm going to ask one more time. West Palm, how we feeling tonight? That's a little better. That's a little better. I love you guys so much. You fans are awesome, traveling far and wide to come watch us and support us tonight. We love you guys so much. Give yourself a round of applause.
So Bill, a guy who I don't think has ever played a Bananas game in his storied now 5-year career, 4 as a collegiate Banana, 1 as a professional. He's just used to night games. You know, we're playing during the day here, Bill. But hey, you know what? Old habits die hard. Michelle Goetz watching from Chile, Wisconsin. Terrific. Thanks to have you watching from Wisconsin. Michael George, we would love to come to Altoona, Pennsylvania. Now, I know you've got a ball club there. I'm trying to rack my head of what I think it's the Altoona Curve. Is that correct? Gosh. I'm going to Google now to double check my work. And yes, the Altoona Curve. Terrific. All right. Not bad job, Biko. Yeah, so we would love to head to Altoona, Pennsylvania. You just got to let those folks at the Altoona Curve know that you would like us there. And, you know, some people in the old Altoona public offices, the municipalities of the great town of Altoona, city, some would say, they could help out too. So anyhow, Anthony Figueroa tuning in from Maricopa, Arizona. Love to have the other side of the country represented here on the broadcast. Moses Denton from Adairsville, Georgia. I'm not familiar with Adairsville. My Georgian geography is not what it used to be. When I was a child, I was astute at the geography of the Peach State, obviously, as a lifetime New Yorker, as all of us are. But I'll have to take a trip out to Adairsville sometime. Patrick Malone watching from Salt Lake City. Oh my goodness, that is a place that I would love to check out. Maybe dabble with a little Utah Jazz game, get the full picture going on. Salt Lake City. I've watched a little bit of the Housewives of Salt Lake City. I think they're actually the Desperate Housewives of Salt Lake City is what they call it, with my girlfriend Lauren. And it looks like a beautiful, beautiful place to be. It's basically my big takeaway from it. Check out Lake Tahoe. I know there's a lot of fun stuff out there around Salt Lake City. 82 McKinley from Canton, Ohio. Yeah, that's another box list destination for me. Growing up in New York, I frequented the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, probably like 6 or 7 times as a youth. Thank you to my dad, Dennis, for treating me right in that respect. Also got to check out some old-fashioned baseball that they have going on in Cooperstown as well. So, you know, you can make a whole trip of it. But the Football Hall of Fame, I have not had the pleasure of visiting yet. So that's something that I will have to check off the old list. Rob McMinn watching from Logansport, Indiana. Love to hear that. Logansport, represent. Judy, of course, I would love to say hi to all your friends watching with you in Macon. And Judy, you know, I've said this before on the broadcast, but I can't tell you how much we appreciate you being in the belly of the beast of the Macon Bacon, but being a staunch Bananas fan through and through, and one of the best we have in the entire business. So, Judy, thank you for spreading the good gospel of the Bananas in enemy territory. We really appreciate it. Moses, yeah, Rome, Georgia, All State Mutual Stadium, northern part of the state, and maybe get one of the universities in, Rome Braves, Gwinnett Stripers. I think that's a fantastic idea, my man. I mean, of course, Savannah is our home, and this year we are going to head to Columbus, Georgia as well, southwest Georgia. That'll be next Thursday night. So we're trying to get more of our great friends in Georgia on the map, and I think Rome would be a really good destination up there in the old vicinity of the ATL. Patley says, Lee, Linda, Gail, and Jim keeping cool on the broadcast, cheering on the party animals. Thank you for all of you watching. Means a lot. M11D watching from Minnesota. Not right now, right? You don't have any snow on the ground. I know my dear friends in New York, as the great Zach Bro gives me a wave down in the stands, chatting with some fans. My friends and family up in New York, they had some snow, I don't know, as of like a week ago. March in like a lion, out like a lamb, as we say in upstate New York. You just never know what you're going to get from day to day. You'll have some beautiful days at the start. You'll have some snow and sleet in the middle. But I'm hoping that the snow is just about gone up there in Minnesota, man. Mason Savell watching from California. Love it. And he asks, how long have I been doing this? And I don't know if you mean me or the Bananas, but I can answer both questions. I have been with the Bananas since the summer of 2020. It has been a magical 2+ years. This is now year 3 for me. And the Bananas have been rocking and rolling since 2016, a collegiate summer baseball team in the Coastal Plain League. Still are, but 2021, last year, we played 4 professional banana ball games, 2 in Savannah, 2 in Mobile, Alabama. And now this year, as T-Gray just absolutely drowns that man in silly string. Pink last night, blue today. Love to see a little variety. And our guy is here for it. Love to see it. That is a banana fan or a party animal fan through and through. They are cut from the same cloth, so to speak. But anyhow, the Bananas will continue to grow this Banana Ball World Tour aspect of the team, I am certain. And it's a lot of fun to have the collegiate summer guys as well. Ryan Gallo says that the Bananas need to go to Hartford, Connecticut and visit the Yard Goats. I couldn't agree more, Ryan. Now we're getting closer to my home of Saugerties, New York. Not too far. And funny enough, I minored in sport management at Syracuse, and one of my last projects in my minor was creating a minor league baseball team. So I created the New Haven Llamas along with my dear friends Kurt Jorgensen and Jackson Agello. And you know, we had media releases, we created a logo, a little hype video for the team, and the whole point of it was to be arch nemesis of the Hartford Yard Goats. So I think it'd be really cool, kind of a little full circle, to actually get to play in Hartford. That would be a lot of fun. Brandon Bell tuning in from Saskatchewan, Canada. Love that, the Great White North. And he loves him some banana ball. Braden, thank you so much for tuning in from up in Canada, another place that I must visit at some point in my life. It was probably a big missed opportunity in my 3 years at Syracuse, about an hour and a half from the border, that I never did get up there. A lot of my friends did some snowboarding and skiing and all that, but as an uncultured man without a passport, I never was able to figure out a trip myself. But I think the Bananas will be up there in Canada before you know it, within the next couple years. There's a lot of demand from you folks in Canada, which we love to see, obviously. And Bill Lee, the legendary 75-year-old former MLB man, 10 years with the Sox, 4 years with the Montreal Expos, has connections out the wazoo up in Canada and is trying to get us to go to Quebec City, Montreal, all kinds of spots. So, you know, when Bill speaks, people listen, and I think we'll be able to make it happen at some point. Red Rocket Sports and Gaming wants the Bananas to come to Texas. I would love to get out there. Another place that I have not been lucky enough to visit yet. Whiff wants us in Joshua Tree, California. Yeah, I would love to get out there fully onto the West Coast, belle of the ball of the United States. I'm sure many would say California. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful state from everything I've seen in life about it, and that would be a real treat. Judy Cooper wants a Party Animals mascot. Now that's pretty interesting, Judy. We've talked about it. There's been some internal talks, and I don't know. You see, maybe we'll have something cooking up in the near future. Robin wow, what a last name. Robin Pagana Fanador, fantastic name, wanted to let us know that the PHL 17 in Philadelphia have shouted out the Bananas for the person in the crowd who make the foul ball from last week's game to make an out, and she is number 5's aunt. Love that. Yeah, I mean, the fan getting to catch a foul ball and make an out is probably my favorite rule of Banana Ball. I mean, you know, the scoring system and guys having to stay in the batter's box is really what it's all about. Is we see Tyler Gray continue to work this fine crowd here. But it's just so electric seeing fans having the ability to make catches. And last week in Montgomery, we had 1 ball caught each night. And tonight, well, last night rather, we had a ball caught. And, oh my gosh, I got to turn down it to T. Gray because we have to hear what these elderly folks have to say about their long relationship.
Jerry, I feel like I can learn a lot from you, young man. He goes, hey, I'm only 58, you know, it's no big deal. All right, now, Jerry, give all the boys out here one piece of advice about marriage.
Learn to take orders.
Learn to take orders. Smart man. And you, one piece of advice about marriage for all the ladies.
Communicate.
Communicate and know that you wear the pants in the relationship. Love it. We're going to go back 61 years. We want to see you boogaloo. We want to see you get weird. So I'm going to hold this. You're going to put your hands around this guy, and we're going to bring you back to your first dance. Hit the music, Shark. Come on, show me what you got, Jerry. Yeah, baby. Go, Jerry. Go, Jerry. Show me one of these. Now do it to her. Give it to her, baby. Give it to her. Yeah, make some noise for 61 years. Yo, we're going to have a good afternoon. I'm T. Gray. Let's rock and roll. Back to you, Shark.
Oh man, T. Gray always tries to get the finer elder statesmen and stateswomen of our ball games to get weirder than they've been in ages, and that's what we love about them. So Karen Daddy, whichever it is, I'm gonna say it's Karen Daddy. Thank you for checking in from Rockford, Illinois. Michael George, fired up to watch the Bananas. Maddie Roberts, great to have you on the broadcast. Going to be in Grayson Stadium next Friday, April 8th, for games 3 and 4 in Savannah of this World Tour. Junior Sith 86. I don't know if that's technically how you pronounce your username, but a Jersey firefighter checking in from Brunswick, Georgia. Love it. Michael George, I appreciate it, my man. And Jason Goats. Jason, how do you pronounce your last name, man? That's actually bad by me. It's so awesome to have you tuning in from the great city of Savannah, Jason. We love it. We'll dive back in the comments section in a second. Here's Jesse Cole for the Man Nana tryout.
As the Dad Bod cheerleading squad. And we are trying to find a new contestant for today. So we brought some people from the fans, and they have an opportunity to become a Man-Ana for the day. But it's up to you, based on your round of applause, who you think should be a Man-Ana. So, Marty, who are you representing you?
Justin.
Justin, let's see what you got. Jump right in front here, Justin.
I just wanna rollie with a dapper.
Okay, Justin. All right, let's see it. Shake. That's it? That's it, okay. All right. Bruce, representing you, who do we have? Andrew, let's see what you got, my man. Hey, Macarena. Okay, oh, a little bit of shake in that, all right. Representing Man-Ana Spidey is
Funkmaster Zach.
Funkmaster Zach. Okay, a little something here. Oh, all right. That's some kind of move. I like that. And representing Man-Ana Matt, we have
Nick.
Nick, what do you got, my man? Let's see it here. All right. What is that? All right. Extremely weird. And fans, you get to vote. Or is it Justin going to be a man-ana today? All right, not bad. Is it Andrew? Funkmaster Zach. Or Nick. Oh, we're going to have a dance-off here. All right, it's very close. Let's go, come up here. Zach, let's go, here we go.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
All right. Extremely weird, they don't know each other, but fans, for the first time in West Palm, we're adding 2 bananas to us. Right here, Zach and Nick, let's hear it for them. They will be bananas tonight. We're just getting started. It's almost showtime here in West Palm.
So Jason and Nick with fantastic solo dances and then a very nice duet as 2 guys who don't know anything about each other, not afraid to get weird. Jason gets the O silent, just like Batman in the shadows. So I appreciate that, Jason. Love you, buddy. Thank you for tuning in on the old broadcast. Bruce, originally from Latham, New York, and a Syracuse alum as well. Great to hear that you bleed orange too, Bruce. Fires me up. And Moses is tailgating for the game at 1. Watching the broadcast, tailgating, and right outside the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. That fires me up, man. Jenny Polcari-Fiore says she'll hit the like button if there are no more Mew reveals of an injury. You know, I just like to keep you on your toes, Mom. I won't reveal any more injuries that are news to you without you being able to have any sound in the future of my broadcasting career. Not a promise, but I will do my best to hold to it. Bugs Braden, loving banana ball from Halifax, Nova Scotia in Canada. Another Canadian in our midst. Love to see it. Here come the bananas out onto the field for a little weave action as we take a look at the fun from the banana panorama, the drone, packed with more potassium than any other flying camera in the sports entertainment business. And it's been really fun. It's been really fun watching these guys just perfect the weave back and forth because I was a part of its inception, and this is from the mind of the director of entertainment for the Bananas, Zach Frangelo. And, you know, Zach likes to spice things up. He takes a little something from basketball layup lines. He takes a little something from hockey warm-ups. And, you know, a little amalgamation of both. All of a sudden, you have the weave. And the guys have really gotten into it here in our 8th game of the Banana Ball World Tour. MILB promos. No, the spaceman Bill Lee is not in the lineup today. One of his daughters is getting married this weekend, so unfortunately Bill couldn't make the trip to West Palm Beach. But, and this is a major but, we may have another former major leaguer in our back pocket today. I'm not going to say anything more about it. I know he was supposed to be able to make it. You never know. But he is a Bill Lee-esque legend, and I'll leave it at that. Hopefully we'll see him later in the ballgame in one way or another. Carson Bowen, commenting from New Orleans, down to watch the Final Four, Duke and North Carolina playing each other for the first time in NCAA tournament history. Carson, thank you so much for taking time out of your big day to hop on the broadcast. Chad Beaver, oh my goodness, lost his footing on whatever, I don't know, you know, gymnastic terms, whatever the jump is right before your big jump for like the back handspring. He had no footing, but as a true professional, just absolutely went after it anyway, and it basically stuck the landing. I think as far as like trampoline flips go, I would count that in my book. It's not the cleanest of all. In fact, it's not even close to as clean as his previous 6 backflips in warm-ups. But you know what? It's the E for effort that counts. Nicole Stengel tuning in from Chaska and Victoria, Minnesota, the Bolster and Quinn family. Thank you so much for tuning in, Nicole and the entire family. Ryan Grobe tuning in from Iowa. Love it. And not just Jason gets his mother, Michelle, on the broadcast. So, Jason, thank you for bringing the family with you, too, my man. That is awesome. Judy Cooper letting us all know that it is Garrett Delano's mother's birthday. So, Tarina Delano, an enormous happy birthday to you. Oh, Judy, you think so low of Mr. Garrett Delano? Of course he remembers his mom's birthday. This is an Ivy League man you're talking about. But if anybody was to forget, I wouldn't put it past Garrett. I get what you're saying, Judy. Stephen Teal joining from Statesboro, Georgia. Great to have you with us. Of course, our coordinating producer of Bananas TV, Chad Reese, the pride of Statesboro. Well, he's a Savannah man, but a Georgia Southern student, and Franche on our third base camera. A fine member of the Georgia Southern media program as well as Malachi Mitchell rips the backflip. We take a look from our eye to the sky. Christian Dearman, our starting pitcher for the evening for the Bananas, runs through the field with the Bananas flag held high. Bobby Kowalski with the old foam finger hands right in tow with him, and now the guys grabbing yellow foam balls and flinging them to all the folks who wisely came early to tonight's game, which will start at 1 p.m. I guess this afternoon's game. I'm no better than Bill Leroy telling the entire crowd before the game that he's going to need some energy from them tonight. It's one of those things where this is actually my first Bananas game ever broadcast in the day. And now this is my third year with the team. I mean, the Bananas play at night. That's just what it is. But when the Houston Astros and St. Louis Cardinals want to play at night, and it is the Houston Astros field, I mean, that's just kind of how things go. We're so happy to be partnered with the Astros and the Washington Nationals and all the great folks that run the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. They have been an absolute thrill to work with. And, I mean, what an amazing weekend here in West Palm Beach. The ballpark of the Palm Beaches has just been alive with energy and electricity, both last night and here today. And what a fine catch by a young kid down on the field. And he gets dapped up by Vincent Chapman for his efforts. And here comes Jesse Cole out on the field for our first banana toss of the day. Here's Jess.
First banana is 15-year-old Jameson, but we're not going to make it easy for him to do this. So, Jameson, here's how it's going to work. Blindfold on. Now, Jameson in crawling position on all fours. All right? Yep. And we're going to put this banana somewhere here on the field. And fans, you have to guide him. If he's going the right direction, cheer. If he's going the wrong direction, boo. All right, you guys ready? Jameson, you ready? Here we go. Now go. You gotta go faster, Jameson. Let's come to the mound. And now, Jameson, to catch your first banana. Fans, please welcome to the field Major League Baseball legend and Hall of Famer, Johnny Bench. Okay, you better make a good throw here. All right, let's go, Jameson. Johnny, I don't know how many bananas you've caught before, but this might be your first. Here we go. Uh-oh, here it comes. It's a banana split. Johnny, you made that happen. Fans, let's hear it for Jameson and Johnny Bench.
So there is the big reveal. I hinted that we would have a legendary major leaguer, and how about the best catcher in the history of baseball? I mean, are you kidding me? Banana Land is a magical, magical place. And Johnny Bench, guy who actually had a home run off Bill Lee in the 1975 World Series, Red Sox against Reds. But Billy did decent against Johnny Bench in the entirety of his career. It's great to have Johnny here. We'll see if he's got anything else in him this evening. Now back down to the field for Jesse Cole and our Banana Baby.
Keep them going. We're going to feel the vibes here. Keep them going. Keep those hands going. Because fans, it is now time to meet tonight's Banana Baby, Turner. Turner is 3 months old, weighing 13 pounds, and very confused right now. He may actually be going to the bathroom. This is a big moment for him. Let's keep him going, keep the arms going. The Banana's feeling the vibes. All right, now. And again, let's hear it for the Banana Baby, Turner!
Thank you, Turner, for gracing us with your presence today. Oh my gosh, here's Tyler Gray.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready as we bring you the team that's the craziest, the ugliest, the sexiest, and that are going to beat the Bananas tonight. Make some noise for the Party Animals!
The Party Animals are managed by Adam Byron and Adam Moreau. DH number 3, Dalton Cornett. Number 13, Josh Lavender. Second baseman number 5, Cos Canella. Right fielder number 26, Chris Quincer. First baseman number 9, Lenny DiBenedetto. Center fielder number 1, Tanner Thomas. Third baseman number 15, Andrew Don. Catcher number 19, Zach Whalen. Shortstop number 23, Sam Claycamp. And left fielder number 2, Jacob Teston. On the mound for the Party Animals, number 27, Manny Rosario.
Come on, let them hear it for the Party Animals! Well, right now the Party Animals are going to take their first batter, and he's up for home run hitter. His name, Rory. He's 7 years old. Rory, I got to know, do you think you're going to become a home run hitter? Do you think he's going to become a home run hitter? Let's see what happens. All right, Agranis, give him that first one. Strike one, yeah! Here comes 2. Strike 2! Oh. I think. Here we go, folks. Here's that one. Let's see if he's got it in 3, 2, 1, go!
Wow, what a piece by our man Rory. Some oppo pop line drive screamer. He's rounding first base with a furious pace. Right past Leo DiBenedetto. The ball ended up stuck in the corner. Now Tanner Thomas trying to track it down in center field as our man heads towards third. Andrew Don off the top of his glove, and Rory right around him, roaring towards home. Donnie throws it lefty. It's not going to get to Dalton Cornett in time. That is a home run by Rory, defeating the Party Animals in miraculous form. And here's the young professor.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. It is time to learn the rules for our game. I am your banana announcer, the young professor. The following game of Banana Ball is scheduled for 9 innings or a 2-hour time limit. In Banana Ball, there is no bunting. There are no walks. Ladies and gentlemen, if one of you catches a foul ball here tonight, that will count as an out. Batters can steal first base. Whichever team scores more runs inside of an inning will score a point for that inning. So every inning, the team with the most points at the end, or the first of 5, will win the game. If we are tied at the end of our 2-hour time limit, it will go to a showdown tiebreaker featuring 1 hitter versus 1 pitcher and 1 fielder. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the traditional Banana Ball weigh-in. T-Grade, would you like to weigh in the party animals?
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, representing the party animals for the weigh-in. He's got those thighs like sexy white meat from KFC. He knows how to run, twist, and swim like nobody's business. From Chicago, Illinois, give some love for Mike Faviso! Come on, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not Mike Faviso who was a blind out. Make some noise for the nipples of Mike Delano! All right, there we go. There we go. It's a good fake out. It's a smooth 240 pounds, yeah!
All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, representing your Savannah Bananas, he is one of our pitching staff. He is your afternoon delight, number 23. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Colin Ludbetter. Ladies and gentlemen, this banana beefcake weighs 230 pounds of potassium power. It's Colin Ludbetter. And now home plate umpire, Vincent Chapman. 3, 2, 1, go!
So baby, why don't we just dance down the hall, maybe straight up the stairs, bouncing off the wall, floating on air, baby. Hey! Why don't we just dance?
It feels good to see.
All right, fans, get on your feet. If you want some beats, you need to make some noise right now. Let's go!
So beads being thrown into the crowd, riling the folks up as per usual. Any kind of objects that gets thrown in your general direction at a sporting event. I mean, it's what it's all about, right? Wow, I don't even know where to start with everything that just happened. First of all, Johnny Bench got catching the first pitch. One of the cooler things I've seen in my entire life. That is literally the greatest catcher of all time. The only way I'll hear any different is if you want to get Yogi Berra in the conversation. But Bench was a better catcher. Berra's just got 10 rings, and obviously, as a diehard Yankees fan, I stan Yogi for my entire life. All right. Okay, no, I still have a second here. The Bananas casted crew coming down the left field line, as you can see, led by the band. Jake Schwartz, the magician, in the patterned floral suit there. The Bananas, Bruce, Matt, Spida, and Marty in tow, and Jesse going out to greet his cast and crew. Of course, normally Princess Potassia would be here, but she is with her man, Carson Bowen, in New Orleans, taking in the Final Four tonight, Duke versus UNC. I mean, that's really what it's all about, right? And the Banana Nanas, obviously, the greatest dance troupe in this great country, also could make it, but it is a thick cast anyhow. And here's Jesse Cole to introduce the entire crew.
Your banana pepman. All right, now another tradition here in the bananas. A little can't stop the peeling. So let's get those hands going. I'm gonna introduce you to some of our cast. Please welcome the breakdancing bass coach, Maceo. The Bananas Magician, please welcome Jake. And you've already met him and you love him. The Dad Bod Cheerleading Squad, the Bananas. And how about the King of Potassium, Split, the world's strongest banana. Oh, all right. Whoa. It's gonna be a show here today. Keep those hands going. We're partying all day here. Let's hear it for your cast of your 2022 Bananas.
Here comes the young professor for the Banana Ball rules.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world, this is the moment you have all been waiting for. We, over 5,000 screaming banana maniacs, come from far and wide, an amalgamation of people of every race, color, creed, and denomination. We descend upon the hallowed grounds of the ballpark of the Palm Beaches to see this. This is a game played by the world's most entertaining players. This is a non-stop thrill ride, the likes of which never been seen. This is the showcase of the immortals, played by beings who are half man and half God. This is not baseball. This is not your grandfather's pastime. This is the time for all 5,000 people in West Palm Beach, Florida, to stand up out of your chairs and get as loud as you can, because this is the greatest show in sports. This is Banana Ball!
The Savannah Bananas are managed by Eric Burns. Assisted by Michael Bobby Barrels Kowalski. Leading off for your Savannah Bananas at catcher number 1, Bill LaRoy. Batting second in center field number 3, Reese Hampton. Batting third in right field number 7, Jake Cole. Batting fourth at DH number 24, Dakota McFadden. Batting fifth in left field number 17, Michael Vitamin D. Batting sixth at first base number 19, Dan Oberst. At shortstop number 6, Ryan Cox. At third base, number 27, Chris Vasquez. Number 5, Stephen Dolphin. At second base, number 13, Dalton Moulton.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet your starting pitcher tonight, coming at you live from the 305, the Magic City of Miami, Florida. He is a limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing son of a gun, Christian Steelman! Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and move your hats, please. Here to honor America with the singing of today's national anthem, please welcome the father of our starting pitcher, Christian Dearman, Mr. Bill Dearman.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does last star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Dearman. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Savannah Bananas.
Oh man, fire me up, Bill Dearman. What a weekend for Dearman and his extended family. I mean, Dad, who is a fantastic country singer in every respect, just belts out a beautiful national anthem. His grandparents last night were stars of the pregame, midgame, and postgame in the old Party Plaza outside the ballpark of the Palm Beach's main entrance. I mean, unreal. I've got a few things to run through before we get going for first pitch here. Cav Meininger, one of my fiercest friends in all the land, thank you for putting me in front of one of the most prominent broadcasters in the entirety of the history of the game, Bob Costas, the pride of Syracuse like myself. And Judy, thank you for the retweet on that one. Steve Kellogg, a big fan of Papa Dearman. Judy Pounders as well. A big shout out for the Big Tigers. I know Michael Villani is on this broadcast as well, so that is really the guys 3 and 4 of the Big Tiger fearsome foursome that you throw in Ivan Trezak, who had to jet down to Miami. Normally, he's the man you see all over the field getting content that you then see all over social media, that not just being Bananas social media, Barstool, ESPN, you know, the whole 9 yards. He is celebrating one of his fiercest friends' marriage down in Miami. And we miss him dearly, but luckily we're in the great hands of Zach and Caitlin, who were ready to rock and roll. You saw them all throughout the Banana starting lineup. Here's Jesse Cole.
So on 3, I'm gonna need you all to say play ball with me. 1, 2, 3. It's showtime. Start the clock.
I cannot confirm or shoot down those rumors, Mr. Meininger. Obviously, Kevin Burkhardt is the favorite to take over Joe Buck's spot in the World Series, but I would like to say I'm a dark horse.
He knows how to play the Southern way as he has never had a single alcohol. Number 3, Joseph Cornette.
So Tigre with the personal PA job for Dalton Cornette, who almost gets plunked by the first pitch. I don't know what that was, gotta be honest. It'll be a 1-0 count. And now Dearman's ready to rumble. Chance for the crowd to make a play. Second pitch of the ball game. It falls harmlessly onto the concourse out there. And now Bill Rory directing Michael Deeb to close the bullpen door out in left field. And we'll really be ready to rumble here. So Dalton Cornett, the leadoff man for the Party Animals. It'll be Cornett, Lavender, and Cannella due to swing it here. Dalton, a fantastic bat in every respect. 5 for 12 in the World Tour for a .417 batting average. He's got a .500 on base percentage thanks to a walk as he fights that one off. Still a 2-2 count. Mr. Dearman, you saw the stats. They speak for themselves. He's really been the best pitcher on either side. It's like he's built for banana ball. Payoff pitch now coming to Cornett. Dearman getting tricky with it, and Dalton sprays it towards left. No problem for Michael Deeb, though. And one down here in the top of the first. So Christian Dearman, a 4-year banana, a guy who helped out at the end of the 2019 and 2020 seasons after he started his collegiate career at Tallahassee Community College under the tutelage of Corey Pye, 4-year pitching coach for the Collegiate Summer Bananas, and spent the whole summer in Banana Land in 2021, was a very important cog in the absolute machine that was the best pitching staff in Coastal Plain League history. Now he's got Josh Lavender, the extra hitter for the Party Animals, in an 0-2 hole. Lavi, a second-year Party Animal, has been terrific. Able to just spoil that one, and it'll clang off the netting on the left field side. Lavi 5 for 16, hitting .313. Has to dance out of the way of that one. And you see he's ready to rock and roll in the box because Dearman is well known for firing a pitch in there when you least expect it. You're stuck in the box unless you foul a ball off in banana ball. And once again, a payoff pitch. That one on the low inside corner. Heck of a performance from Vincent Chapman, the home plate umpire, as Lavender goes down looking. And now it'll be Cosimo Cannella, the second baseman, a second-year Party Animal, just like Lavi before him. Cos 6 for 20, those 20 at-bats and those 6 hits, more than anybody else on the Party Animals side. 6 hits, tied with Michael Deeb and Dan Oberst for World Tour ranks at the top of the list. 20 at-bats, the most for anybody, but 6 for 20, 300 batting average, a .364 on base percentage when you factor in his 2 bases on balls that he has acquired. 4 runs scored, 4 runs driven in. And now in a hitter's count, ahead 3-1. And that one misses low, so start the throw around the field. The Bananas are incredibly quick at it, already into the outfield. It'll be an easy 2-base sprint for Cosimo Cannella. For all those who are not privy to the sprint rules, once ball 4 is fired in banana ball, all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. And the runner just has to snag as many bases as they can. So that is Cosimo Cannella's 3rd walk/sprint of the World Tour. I call it an SP2 in my scorebook in case anybody is scoring this puppy at home. And all 3 of his sprints have been 2-baggers. Now Chris Quitzer, the right fielder, just like the 2 men before him, a returning Party Animal from last spring. Only for the Mobile games, though, so 2 out of the 4 games. And Quitzer 4 for 16, hitting .250, but 4 walks, leading the Party Animals in that category. Give him a .400 on base percentage. He put his tush into that one, not far enough back though. Michael Deeb will haul it in just in front of the track. And that'll do it for the top of the first. 1 man on the 2-out sprint, but no trouble for Christian Dearman as he throws a 4-minute and 26-second frame. All he needed was his left fielder and his catcher. Deeb hauls in 2 fly balls. Dearman with a strikeout. And a guy who averages the quickest innings in the World Tour. As you can hear the fans getting riled up for free merchandise. I don't blame them in the slightest. Dearman averages 3-minute and 30-second innings, so that 426. Wow, Kara Heater says 421. You know what? I think the first pitch maybe didn't count. I think that's what Kara's thinking. Whatever, we'll give him 421. Kara Heater, the director of marketing for the Savannah Bananas, is the minutes per inning czar when she's in charge of it. So I try and keep my own clock, but for all those who have been watching the World Tour know that I'm probably about, I don't know, 40% or so at being on the money with keeping my clock. So far, 1 from 1 tonight. Love to see that. Bass Mustachio in the house for some banana ball, baby. Pash, I love the enthusiasm and trying to root on the Bananas to get some offense going against Emmanuel Rosario, the man on the mound for the Party Animals. Manny was a banana last spring, a fantastic professional pitcher. He really didn't have an extensive college career at all, but he has made up for it in spades with what he has been able to do since then.
He is a former major leaguer, a broadcast analyst, an ultra-marathon man, and our Banana Ball 2022 skipper. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the one, the only, most electric coach in sports, Eric Burns!
I had to let the young professor cut me short there as Eric Burns takes a beeline for his no-filter camera on the third baseline. So once again, a good opportunity to thank everybody watching on the Tube, the great YouTube, as well as all the folks watching on the No Filter Network. Burnsy's little entrepreneurship. It's a really great broadcasting and networking website that you can do a lot of fun stuff on. So we're happy to be simulcast, not only to YouTube, but to the No Filter Network. Now to dig back in on Emmanuel Rosario, the St. Pete native, out of Canterbury School of Florida, the Crusaders, back in high school, and then tried to walk on at Florida Atlantic in 2016, did not succeed. Oh, here comes Bill Leroy interrupting me as per usual. Now, Emmanuel did get to play for Eckerd College in 2017. Only got to toss 3 innings, really just never found his groove, and took actually a year and a half off of baseball, finished up with his degree, and then in April of 2019 got picked up by the Puerto Rico Islanders, and since then has played for the Jersey Wise Guys, and this past summer the West Virginia Power, who then turned into the Charleston Dirty Birds halfway through the summer. A little organizational switch in the Atlantic League. And Bill, the catcher for the Bananas, ahead 2-0. Mr. Leroy has been a superb leadoff man. He's hit first for the Bananas in all 8 games now, 4 for 13 for a .308 batting average, but a scorching .526 on base percentage as he tattooed that ball straight into the mitt of Nick DiBenedetto at first base. We never even had a chance to get it to our high home camera for you because it was a laser beam off the bat, and no sooner had it left Bill's lumber than it had found the mitt of DiBenedetto, King Leo, over at first base. So a good swing of the sticks there by Bill, nothing to show for it. Now Reese Hampton, the Bananas center fielder, will try and get things going. Switch hitter, and takes the first offering from Rosario, up and out. Reese, an Atlantic League man last summer, just like Emmanuel Rosario. On other sides of the ball, though, Reese Hampton, like the man on deck, a Gastonia honey hunter. Jake Skoll, the same. And Reese has been a solid number 2 hitter for all 8 games of the World Tour. 4 for 12, hitting .333, but 5 walks/sprints to lead all batters, and a .526 on base percentage, just like Bill before him. That one scoots through the legs of Zach Whalen. Reese Hampton doesn't take off. He could have stolen first base easily, but Reese Hampton is a professional hitter, and although strategically, it would be in the Bananas' favor for Reese to have taken first there. He's a guy who is here to get his at-bats. From what I've talked to him through and through, I mean, he fouled out to a fan in Montgomery first night, and Jake was telling me, Jake Skoll, the on-deck hitter, as Reese serves that one to left. Got some good power to it, but it will be tracked down by Jacob Teston for out number 2. Jake Skoll, who will now come up to the plate. Here's the young professor to interrupt me.
The showstopper and Mr. Banana Mania. He is the Heartbreak Kid. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the one and only Jake Skoll.
No shirt needed here for Jake, who gets sprayed by water by Breland Almadova on the Party Animals side, and now he'll go no jersey up to the dish. So the aforementioned Mr. Skoll, a Gastonia honey hunter from this past summer. That was his first foray back into professional baseball, besides one game of banana ball played last spring. It was March 20th when John Boy and Jake came down to see what we had cooking in Savannah. And that was after 3 straight years of college football at the University of Georgia, which had followed up 7 years of minor league baseball, 5 for the Texas Rangers organization, 2 for the New York Yankees. He was a first-round pick back in 2010, 15th overall, drafted by the Rangers, and ahead in the count 2-0. Skoll 3 for 16 on the tour, only hitting 188. Manny hates the ball that he got. He'll get a new one from his catcher, Zach Whalen. But Jake has some pop. 2 of his 3 hits, a double and a home run. Put 23 balls out of the park for the Honey Hunters last summer. Ahead of that one, now the count to 2-1. And a walk as well as a steal of first. So the on-base percentage at .278 for Mr. Skoll. He is a menacing presence in the box, especially when he loses his shirt. And a man that Emmanuel Rosario is very familiar with. Manny has struck him out once so far in the World Tour. Emmanuel's favorite at-bat of this past summer when they were opponents in the Atlantic League was a 4-pitch strikeout of Jake Skoll, as that one's cranked foul, just barely missing extra bases. Count full at 3-2 with 2 down. And a good time for a reminder that because Christian Dearman kept the Party Animals off the board, if Jake Skoll and the Bananas can push a run across here in the bottom half of the first, it will be a walk-off for the inning, and the Bananas will take a 1-0 lead in the all-important points category. That is the yellow score in your scoreboard, runs per inning in white. Dangerous pitch, payoff. And it's hit high to left, but Jacob Teston will only have to mosey a few steps back and haul it in. A 5-minute and 22-second inning with some interruptions as far as walk-offs go, so maybe we'll shave some time off that one from Manny when we go back and address this after the ball game. But so far scoreless heading to the second. Here's Jesse Cole for A Little Pie My Dad, a classic.
And welcome Adam and his dad, and Adam is only 3 years old. All right, Adam, this is how it's gonna work. We're gonna ask you if you want some cool Bananas merchandise or if you want to pie your dad. So we'll start here. Adam, do you want a Bananas ball or do you want to pie your dad?
Pie my dad.
He's got to pie his dad. All right, here we go. There you go, Adam. Do it, Adam. Go. All right, Adam. Now let's face the crowd here. Adam, do you want a Bananas signed bat or do you want to pie your dad? Say pie your dad.
Pie my dad. Pie my dad.
He's gonna pie his dad. Here we go. With help from Dad. Now, Adam, very important. forward in here. A bananas t-shirt, a new one, a green one that you can wear every day. Or do you want to pie your dad?
Say my dad.
Yeah. With the assist, this might be, here we go. All right, let's hear it for Adam, and your dad may be the dad of the year right now. All right, let's hear it for the dad as well. And for being such a good sport, Adam, you get the ball, you get the bat, and you get the t-shirt. Let's hear it for Adam and his dad.
Great job by Adam. Probably the softest pie my dad that we have had in a long time. It's good stuff. Judy and Natalia, Anarchy, all in the comment section. Big fans of John Boy, as we are enormous fans of John Boy and Jake down here in Banana Land, wherever Banana Land is for the weekend, whether it's Savannah, West Palm Beach, Montgomery, Daytona Beach, in a couple weeks, Columbus, Georgia, and Birmingham, Alabama, and then Kansas City come the first week of May. Christian Dearman getting tricky with it, loses his ball. He's going to have 5, 6, 7 in the Party Animals lineup here to start off the second. So far, out of the 6 outs on both sides, 4 of them to the left fielders. Baseball, baby. Well, it's banana ball, baby. Leo DiBenedetto, Lenny, Leonard, Nick, doesn't matter. He goes by really whatever you'll call him. Comes up empty on the breaking ball there. Almost took his banana ball world tour high third hit by pitch. He was able to duck under it. Now behind in the count 1 and 2. And he'll hit a soft tapper to third. Stefan Felton across the diamond and a wild throw. Danny Oberst will track it down as DiBenedetto will reach on the E5. Little crash landing over there at first base. Nick, in his pinch hit at bat last night, blasted a solo shot to left to bring him to 2 for 8 on the World Tour. He's actually one of 2 people who has not struck out yet. And wait a minute, I've never seen this in my entire life. Tanner Thomas and Andrew Don are going to hit at the same time, and they both take a strike. And now Andrew Don's going to get out of the box. So Tanner Thomas, the center fielder who was supposed to be hitting here, now pops one foul territory. Stefan with a shot at some redemption here. And a fantastic catch! Oh, Stefan Felton diving into the wall, comes up with a 5-star play. I mean, that is top 10 worthy if I've ever seen it before. Da-na-na, Stefan Felton has entered the chat. That was a superb play. The difficulty of having to leave his feet and then crash into the low wall over there in foul territory on the left side of the field, that was a miraculous play by the Hinesville, Georgia native. So Tanner Thomas, who has been one of the best bats on the Party Animals side, retired in 2 pitches. Andrew Don, who was sharing home plate with Mr. Thomas for the first pitch, now earns his spot in the box. And hold on, Johnny Bench is interrupting this game. Christian Dearman trying to get on the mound, but Mr. Bench is going to walk through the field. Dearman not really waiting for him. Breaking ball gets the low outside corner. Tough pitch to hit there for Andrew Don. Pitcher's pitch if I've ever seen one. And now a 1-2. Now one misses down and out. Bill quick to get after it as DiBenedetto stays on second. Heads up play by Leo to tag up on the pop out in foul territory. Donnie, a returning Party Animal from last spring, fouls one right side. There's a chance for a fan to make a play here, and it clangs off the cement of the stands. Donnie fouled out to a fan yesterday. He was really the best hitter on the Party Animals last spring, off to a slower start this year, 3 for 14, hitting .214, and just throws the old bat out on that one. Dan Oberst will call off Dalton Malden. First baseman for the Nanners makes the play. And now with DiBenedetto still leading off second, Zach Whalen, a party animal, check that, a banana from last spring, also a banana from the Breakfast Bowl this past summer. It's traded in the yellow unis for the black and pink tuxedo cut-off uniforms of the animals. Whalen was a doubles machine in the Breakfast Bowl this past summer. Nearly hit 500, had 4 doubles with 5 hits total in the 9-game series. So far in the World Tour, 2 for 11, hitting 182. Dearman will check on DiBenedetto, but no one close to covering the bat. Cox and Malden both staying put at shortstop and second base respectively. Zach does have a walk and a hit by pitch, so on base percentage at a very respectable 308. And takes that breaking ball on the edge of the outside corner, gets Dearman back in the count. Sue, it is great to see you in the chat, my friend. We switched from Facebook to YouTube for Friday night in Daytona. Game 3 of the Banana Ball World Tour lets us broadcast in a much higher quality, 1080p instead of 720, as that one fouled right side. Also, I hope nobody is listening from the higher ups of YouTube and don't do anything to change it, but copyright restrictions a lot looser on YouTube. The amount of music we get to pump through the broadcast here on the tube would have gotten our broadcast taken down off Facebook probably about 12 times already today. And we still have the great comments section. There's a few more things we can fool around with come the summer as far as fans influencing the games, as that's ball 4. DiBenedetto will score easily as the Bananas defense will cut off Zach Whalen from getting 2 bags on his RBI sprint. And the party animals, yes, yes, yes chant. Raining loud here in the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. King Leo comes in to score. Zach Whalen with his 2nd RBI of the tour. And an SP1 for everybody following along at home. Now both of his walk/sprints have been 1-baggers. He's not the fastest man in the world, but he is 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts, and he dekes a steal there. Sam Claycamp, the shortstop for the Party Animals, count at 1-1. A 2021 Premier Team Banana, a 2018 Collegiate Banana. One of the many guys on the Party Animals who have switched sides. Allegiances changed in a heartbeat. Stephen Felton will go the long way across the diamond in plenty of time. A 6-minute and 43-second inning for Christian Dearman. The Party Animals get a run across. It's an unearned run. DiBenedetto reached on an error and then comes in on the walk. And it is time for the crowd sing-off. Here's Jesse Cole and Tyler Gray.
That song lyric, but T. Gray, you're over there in that section.
That's right, I'm representing this side. Make some noise!
So you got that side over here, but I got this entire side all the way here. We call this the winning section.
Well, Jesse, I think we call this the champion section!
We'll see about that. Let's give us the first song, Shark. Oh. Let me hear you say it. Come on, Shark.
Tyler Gray wins the first point.
All right, we got this next one. Oh.
Holy cow. Jesse has just tied it up.
Nice.
Wow. Next song. tough one, but the winner today is Tyler Gray.
Well, Tyler Gray with a well-deserved and rare victory in the sing-off. Jesse Cole tends to dominate that promotion, as the Bananas will need to push a run across to tie the second inning, 2 runs to win it.
This song for our next batter. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Keep it going.
The white stripes being blasted out from 5,000 plus strong here in West Palm Beach. Little 7 Nation Army means Dakota McFadden is leading off the bottom of the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, here on the field, it is my distinct honor at this time to introduce you to our special guest, first base coach. He is a 14-time All-Star. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a World Series champion 2 times over, a World Series MVP, a National League MVP, and a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer with the Big Red Machine, the Cincinnati Reds, the one, the only, Johnny Bench.
So Johnny Bench with his catcher's mitt ready to rock and roll, the Bananas first base coach for the bottom of the second. 3-0 pitch coming here to the ever dangerous Dakota McFadden. So far 1 long ball on the tour. He's 3 for 14, hitting .214. And there's a high fly ball deep to left field. It is way out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen. Dakota McFadden with a high 5 from Johnny Bench. And the Bananas tie the second inning at a run apiece. D-Mac, a man who blasted 18 long balls in just 38 games for the Bakersfield Train Robbers out in the Pecos League this past summer, now stands alone atop the World Tour home run tower. 2 long balls, separating himself from Bill Leroy, Jake Skoll, Tanner Thomas, Garrett Delano, and Nick DiBenedetto, all with 1 apiece.
Making his way up to the plate from Davie, Florida, he is the real Florida man's man. He's the hitter with the glitter and the hammer with the glamour. Give it up for number 17, Michael Vitamin Deeb.
Thank you, Mr. Young Professor. Michael Deeb now in an inning locked at a run apiece. So just like that, the Party Animals lose their opportunity at earning a point here in the second. And the ball is in the Bananas' court if they would like to claim the point that's up for grabs. Deeb, the left fielder, a returning Banana from last spring like Dakota McFadden before him. And you see, just like Reese Hampton in the first inning, Michael Deeb is in the box to swing the lumber, and with good reason. Deeb 6 hits and 16 at-bats, good for a .375 batting average. And as I mentioned, when Kaz Canella was up, it is only Michael Deeb, Dan Oberst, Tanner Thomas, and Mr. Canella himself who have 6 hits in the World Tour. That one, a big swing, but not a lot of mustard on it. Got sawed off, and Sammy Claycamp able to snag it in shallow left for out number 1. And here comes the 4-year Banana, Mr. Dan Oberst. Like Mr. Deeb before him, a Florida native playing in his home Sunshine State. Deeb, a Dayview, Florida man, as the young professor said. Danny Oberst claims Largo, Florida, as the home of his origin story. And like Deeb before him, coming into the at-bat, Danny Oberst, 6 for 16. Although Michael Deeb with a .412 on base, thanks to a base on balls. Danny Oberst has done nothing but put balls in play. That was a very tough one on Andrew Don over at third base. A really funky hop that came up and got him in the chest. I'm going to take another look on a little replay, a manual replay, just rewinding the YouTube broadcast. And you know what? I'm going to give Michael Deeb, check that. I'm going to give Mr. Oberst a hit on that. That was an unplayable hop for Donnie Banana Ball over at third base. And now insert Malachi Mitchell to pinch run. Mitchell tied with Bill Leroy for most steals in the World Tour. Malachi 9 for 11, Bill 9 for 9. Check that, Bill 8 for 8, Malachi 9 for 11. So Malachi atop Bill Leroy in the stolen base standings. And Ryan Cox, the Bananas shortstop, takes that one low to even the count at a ball and a strike. Cox started off hot, 2 hits in the first game of the World Tour back on March 11th, but hasn't had one since, so 2 for 14 so far on the tour. Does have a base on balls, so the on-base percentage right at the Mendoza line, 200. Manny giving Malachi the attention that he really deserves over there on first base. Mr. Mitchell, the fastest man in baseball, has a 6'1", 60-yard dash in his arsenal. I mean, just terrifying speed. And it translates to the baseball diamond, as his stats show. Guy who spent 4 years at Florida A&M and then his last year of eligibility at Savannah State. He takes off for second, and what a job by Ryan Cox. He just threads the old wand out there and puts the ball exactly where Sammy Claycamp was at shortstop. So what looked like a stolen base ends up turning into a perfectly played hit and run. And now the Bananas have the inning-winning run at third base after back-to-back singles. And what a guy to have the opportunity to give the Bananas their first lead of the afternoon. Christian Vazzy Vasquez, one of the more storied careers in Bananas history, has never been a Coastal Plain League Banana, but played in the All-Star Super Splash Showdown back in 2019, in the Fansgiving game in 2020, was a Premier Team Banana last spring, and is a 2-time Breakfast Bowl Banana in August. And the inning-winning run now just 90 feet away. Heck of a job by Zach Whalen to keep it that way. Party Animals pinching the corners in, Don and DiBenedetto on the grass, but Claycamp and Canella up the middle are playing a double play depth. Try and get out of the inning in one fell swoop. Vazzy 1 for 1. This is his second game of the World Tour this year, as that one just misses the outside corner. Manny not enthused with Vincent Chapman's decision behind the plate, and his mannerisms show it. He gets the confirmation that Chapman thought it was outside and not high or anything like that. So Vasquez, 1 for 1 with a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Manny almost nabs Dalton. Check that, Ryan Cox over at first base. That is a run that really does not matter. A runner that really does not matter, rather. So Ryan's got to play it safe over there. 2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Vazzy liked what he saw, not able to line up the two-seamer. My gosh, and Split has joined me in the booth, and I just got a foot to the tush. It was pretty terrifying for me in a high-pressure moment in this ball game. 2-2 pitch, Vazzy able to fight off the front door breaking ball. And we shall do it again. Cav, you're just absolutely killing it in the chat, my man. It has to be mentioned. Now another 2-2 with runners on the corners and one down. First, Manny will look back Ryan Cox, who was dancing off first base. Cox takes off, and it's fouled off. So we will do it again. Okay, jeez. I saw it on my monitor, and then I didn't realize that Lauren had turned the camera on me. A split. Thank you. Hey, it's a family broadcast, buddy. Calm down. There you go. Much more appropriate. Okay, back to the field. Cox off again on the pitch. There's a bouncer too short. Sammy Claycamp can't handle it. It'll be a walk-off. RBI single for Christian Vasquez, who is 2 for 2 on the tour with 2 walk-off hits. And the Bananas take a 1-0 lead after 2 innings of play. Vazzy, welcome to the tour, my friend. Split, excited about it. Oh, yeah. Nice. Terrific work, buddy. Just shaking it all. Okay. Nice. Fantastic work, my friend. Yeah, it is toasty. Good AC in the booth, though, here, huh? The Bananas players invading the stands. As Allie Grace, you're spot on. Split is very much up in my personal space. Just dancing his heart out here as Vazzy back onto the field. Celebrated accordingly, and I will hop off the broadcast mic here because it's time to dance. Maceo and his boys down on the first base line.
Did it again. I made you believe we're more than just friends. Oh baby, it might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious. 'Cause to lose all my senses, that is just so typically me. Oh baby, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bananas players.
Well, just an unreal job by Jansen Neff, Alex Ziegler, Malachi Mitchell, and Matt Wolf with their incredible leader, Maceo Harrison, the Bananas dancing first base coach. I love it when they go boy band. So 2 innings in the book, and also in the books, all of the above. We've got about 39 minutes of the game gone. Still an hour 20 to play. And the Nanners up 1-0. So it'll be 10-1-2 in the Party Animals lineup. Jacob Teston, the left fielder, and then Dalton Cornett and Josh Lavender at the top of the order. Christian Dearman back out on the mound, and Jacob Teston scorches it up the middle. Diving stop, Ryan Cox, not a chance in the world to get the speedy Party Animal flying down the line. So Teston, a returning Party Animal from last spring, the pride of Emmanuel College, and the man hailing from Rincon, Georgia, has the first hit of the night for the Party Animals. And Dalton Cornett, the man with more Latin flair than any of the other 597 people who call Pippa Passes Kentucky home, will take his crack at Dearman. Dalton led off the ball game with a fly out to left, and wow. Dearman, Ryan Cox, Dalton Malden, and Reese Hampton in center, getting real jiggy with it. But you know who doesn't care at all is Dalton Cornett, who has done just about nothing but hit so far in the World Tour. He is now 6 for 13 on the tour. Once again, nearing the 500 mark, and they are not gimmies. 4 of his 6 hits have been doubles. I mean, Cornett he's a legit hitter. Pride of the Lexington Legends, as well as 3 other professional teams this past summer. Danny Oberst, throw to first. Nice pick by Christian Dearman. Only 1 out, though. Dan not able to tag Dalton Cornett. That was a very funky play. Dan was just right on the heels of Dalton, not able to get him with the ball, and ends up jump throwing Derek Jeter-esque to first, And his now 4-year teammate on the Bananas, Dearman, able to make an incredible scoop and step on the bag all in one fell swoop. So after back-to-back singles to start off the frame, Josh Lavender, the extra hitter, bounces out 3-1 in the book. Party Animals have 2 in scoring position. The Bananas will bring the infield in, and Cosimo Canella, the second baseman for the Animals, takes a front door breaking ball for strike 1. And just like that, an 0-2 count on Kaz. Had a 2-base sprint back in the first inning, so 0 for 0 with the walk/sprint. Testing off third, Cornette off second. 0-2 pitch, good work by Kaz to lay off it. Kaz, the pride of Schaumburg, Illinois, Des Moines Area Community College, and then Missouri Western State University for 2 years apiece, in that order. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there's a high fly ball deep to left. Michael Deeb's got a beat on it. He'll haul it in and fire towards third. Scoring easily is Jacob Teston. Cornette will hold up at second. And for the second straight inning, the Party Animals with a run on the board. See if they could put another one across here with Chris Quitzer swinging it. Cornette at second and 2 down. Cosimo with his 5th RBI of the tour, tying him for 3rd place in the rankings. And that one fouled back towards the fans, and it's going to cling on top of the suites to the left of us here in the press box. Suites to our right and our left. Media, general manager, boxes. There's food up here. I mean, this place is a palace. Quitzer flew out to left field his first time. 0-2 pitch from Dearman. Hot shot back up the middle. Hampton gets to it quickly, though, and Cornette doesn't have a chance in the world to come home. That's a beautiful one-hop throw to Bill Leroy behind the dish. And 3rd hit of the inning for the Animals. So far, just 1 run to show for it, though. And Leo De Benedetto, benefactor of reaching on an error to third his first time, came around to score on the Zach Whalen 2-out walk. First baseman for the Party Animals will try and put up a crooked number here. It's a soft tapper towards third. Tough play for Vazzy. Bare hand, throw to first. Oh, Dan Oberst couldn't handle an awkward hop. Now racing home is Quitzer. No throw from Dan. And that will be a 2-run error. So the Party Animals with 3 runs across now here. 1 of them earned, these most recent 2 unearned. Vazzy almost made an unreal play. But instead, Dalton Cornette and Chris Quitzer will come on in. And now a big swing and a foul ball from Christian Dearman's roommate on the tour, Tanner Thomas. Credit Leo with an infield single on that, honestly. When I really think about it, I'm not sure if the throw was going to get him at first. That one barreled up the middle. Roommate on roommate crime, Tanner Thomas with good lumber on the ball, and Bill Leroy, a heck of a job on a short hop throw from Hampton in center. Very quietly, the Party Animals have 5 singles here in the top of the 3rd inning. Of course, that last one from Leo De Benedetto, not hard hit in the slightest. Looks like a screamer in the book, though. Now taking off for second, Tanner Thomas. Throw from Dearman. Not in time. Oh, my goodness. Dalton Malden was headed for the first base dugout, but Seth Strickland thought that Tanner Thomas got a foot in there. Dearman apoplectic that isn't the end of the frame. Instead, it'll be 2 men in scoring position for Andrew Don. And the Party Animals third baseman takes that one low and outside. And a quick 2-0 count on Donnie, who popped out to Oberst at first his first time up. Chopper to short. Cox across the diamond, just in time to get the speedy Andrew Dunn. And that'll do it, but 3 runs on 5 hits for the Party Animals. Dearman able to stop the bleeding at that, 2 men stranded in scoring position. And the Bananas have their work cut out for them in the bottom half. Here comes Maceo, and we'll see if a fan can beat him in a dance-off.
This is Moves Like Maceo, and a hometown boy wants to challenge him. Make some noise for Dylan! Dylan thinks he can do it better than Maceo, so let's see what we got. It's round for round. Maceo, you're up first. Hit it! Dylan, I worry about the split. Let's see what you got. Hit it! Come on, baby. Make some noise! Wow. Yeah. Wow. All right, round 2.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
All right, let's see what you got. Go!
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Amazing! Amazing! All right, last round.
Can't touch this. Break it down.
Show us what you got, D-Dog.
Can't touch this. Break it down.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's the winner in my book. Make some noise for Dylan!
Oh, man, fantastic work by Dylan. Big time E for effort. Tried both of Maceo's big finishing moves, and I'll tell you what, they look great. They look great. Didn't stick the landing on either, but it's all about what you do in midair that matters to us here in Banana Land. And Dylan left it all out on the field, so a well-deserved win. Judy Pounders, I completely understand the sentiment. I miss Maceo every time I'm not wherever he is in the world. That's just a guy who brightens up the day. Cav, thank you so much for the compliment there. Grammar was truly never a strong suit for me, but you know, these folks at Newhouse did their best with their country boy from Saugerties, New York. Now Stephen Felton, the extra hitter, will lead off the bottom of the third for the Bananas, who have their work cut out for them, down 3 runs in the frame. But coming into it, leading the ball game by 1 point to nothing. And Felton will take the breaking ball low. Stefan getting a lot of play here in West Palm Beach. 1 for 3 on the World Tour. He had a moonshot to left center for a walk-off of the 3rd inning. He absolutely cranks that one foul. Great lumber on it, but the direction left much to be desired. Stefan out of Hinesville, Georgia, from Albany State University. And that one gets the outside corner, count now 1-2. Thanks to a hit by pitch, it's been on base 2 out of his 4 plate appearances. A sterling .333 average. 1 for 3 will do that for you. And another HBP. Once again, he's not excited about it at all. Yesterday, he tried to convince Vincent Chapman that he wasn't hit by a pitch. And in his defense, Stefan was grazed by it. But like you've seen many times throughout just today's ball game, these boys are here to hit. And I'll tell you what, though, Steph, the on-base percentage now up to 600, so that's something to cheer about. And the Bananas have exactly what they need, the leadoff man on. Stefan ties King Leo on the Party Animals side for most hit by pitches in the World Tour, 2 apiece. And Dalton Malden, the 10-hitter and second baseman for the Nanners, will try and keep the line moving. Nanners will need to get another man on before they bring the tying run for the inning up to the dish. Toss from DiBenedetto sailed over Manny's head on the mound, but Andrew Don there for the backup. No chance for Stefan to do anything crazy. Dalton in the box, the songbird of his generation. Oh my goodness gracious. Emmanuel Rosario just had Stefan dead to rights over at first. Felton 2 for 2 in the World Tour in stolen base attempts, was probably thinking about trying to make it 3 for 3, and Manny caught him in between strides. Not a chance in the world to crawl back to the bag in time. DiBenedetto tags him out. And the all-important leadoff base runner erased just like that. Now a 1-0 count on Mr. Malden in the box. 3 for 12 so far on the World Tour. .250 batting average. Walking a hit by pitch. There's a high fly ball. Would have been out of the ballpark if he could have straightened it out. Dalton was much closer to what would have been a 2-run blast in Daytona as Maceo just scooting around on the field, doing his best Miley Cyrus impersonation, and I think he might do Miley Cyrus impersonation better than Miley. Anyhow, Dalton sent one into the Halifax River just probably about somewhere between 3 and 5 feet foul, or else he would have had a 2-run inning walk-off home run. He's got the pop. Don't let the frame alarm you, as Dalton taking off, trying to steal first, and he'll have it. First swipe of first base this evening. That is in SF1 in the book. And to the top of the order we go for Mr. Bill Leroy. Bananas backstop, led off the ball game for the Nanners with a line drive right into the glove of DiBenedetto at first base. Danny DeSpaltro, a sight for sore eyes in the comment section. I appreciate you showing up your boss there at the old Stars and Stripes bowling alley and somewhere around Lexington County, South Carolina. I know you're about a half hour away from the Blowfish Stadium. A legendary Bananas insider, Dalton Malden dekes towards second and then slams the brakes. 1-0 count on Mr. Leroy. Judy Pounder's a big fan of Maceo over at first base, rightfully so. Guy doesn't stop. And Bill way ahead of that one, down to a knee. Lee and Linda cheering for Justin's team. That would be Justin DeGrandis of the Party Animals, a man who I would wager comes into this game on the mound at some point. It's DeGrandis, Eamon Collins, and Sean Fluke, the most likely men to come in from the pen, or the arm barn, as we like to call it. Friends of PETA. That a wild pitch, and Dalton Malden is not happy with one bag on it. He's gonna take 2. Sam Claycamp boxing him out. And Eric Burns will come save his second baseman from the harassment. So the force out erased at second. Dalton doesn't matter too much to the party animals in the big scheme of things. They've got to try and keep the legs of Bill Rory and Reese Hampton, the on-deck man, off the bags to try and claim their first point of the night. But Bill ahead in the count, 3-1. And that'll be ball 4. So Dalton Malden will score easily. Bill is going to scoot around first and cruise into second with a 2-base sprint as Malden slams his foot on home plate. The pickoff move by Emmanuel Rosario for the only out of the inning just looms that much larger now, as Bill will be replaced by Malachi Mitchell on second base. Remember, in banana ball, you can be a pinch runner or a pinch hitter once through the order. Because Bill is the leadoff hitter for the Nanners, even though Maceo pinch ran for Danny Oberst in the second, ended up scoring the inning-winning run on the Vazzy RBI infield single. Now that we're through the lineup for the second time, Malachi back out there on the diamond. Reese Hampton takes a fastball dotting the black of the outside corner. Bananas center fielder flew out to left in his first at-bat as I break my pen, as per usual. Just one of my pastimes in the broadcasting business. Heck of a snag there by Zach Whalen. Hampton had to jump rope. A really nice backhand pick. Maceo getting after it, as he does. It's tough to stop the Bananas when they've got Maceo over there coaching first base. Usually the third, fourth, and seventh innings. That one's cranked just barely fair down the right field line. Malachi Mitchell will score easily. Hampton's gonna pull up at second with an RBI stand-up double. And the Bananas have cut the Party Animals' third inning lead down to 3-2. They now have the tying run in scoring position and still only one out.
Ladies and gentlemen, strutting and cutting his way out of the Bananas dugout, he is the showstopper and Mr. Banana Mania. Put him together for the Heartbreak Kid, Jake Skull!
So Jake Skull, for his second at-bat of the game, loses the jersey once again. Emmanuel Rosario not interested in his walk-up at all, checking the watch. And sitting on his fanny behind the mound. Now he'll get ready to rock and roll. Making sure Skull knows that took his time to get up to the dish. And Manny also probably sending a subliminal message or completely bliminal message to me in the booth to say, hey, you got to subtract that from my MPI, Biko. Talk to Kara Heater about that. First pitch to Skull high. The Bananas right fielder flew out to Teston in left his first time. Jake in Montgomery already has a 2-run inning walk-off homer in his back pocket and tried to do it again, but got gassed up by Manny. As I mentioned, last time Jake was at the plate, these guys have a long history facing each other throughout their professional baseball careers. Little ice baby for Maceo to get after it over on the first baseline. That one skied in the infield. King Leo with the call and the catch. For a big-time out number 2 for Manny and his squad. So it will be up to Dakota McFadden. Long ball to left in his first trip to the dish, and listen to the crowd. Now, Judy Pounder's in the chat. The drinking game is only done if the fans stop doing the drinking game, my dear friend. Boozing for Biko, yeah, well, I'll have to dig up the graphic that the great Savannah Alaniz made back in the summer of 2020. And I'll tell you what, a broken pen, back in the day, I was a pencil user. I've evolved in my broadcasting game. That was a foul tip. Count 1-1 on DMAC. Back in the day, I was breaking pencil tips left and right, so I had to trade graphite for ink. Much more civilized man now in year 3, broadcasting Bananas games. But I am still breaking my writing utensils. I don't know if that's quite the right word for it. There was a bunch of words in the drinking game that if I said, you know, it was like scamper, smidge, anybody's college. There's a lot to it. I'll have to chase it down. Manny Rosario silences the crowd. He's able to keep the Bananas to just 2 runs across. So the Party Animals win the 3rd inning 3-2. They tie the game at a point apiece. And as we head to the 4th inning, we've got a tie ball game. The Banana Band getting after it behind home plate. In between frames, Sean McBride and his boys, sexy sax and all. As you can see from our high home camera, this is just below us. Belting it out, Jesse Cole, their biggest fan as per usual. So as the Banana Band blasts away and Jesse gets high fives from all the folks in the stands. Oh, tough for that fella in the gray shirt. It's always sad to miss out on the high five. The thing is, Jesse's just, he's always got his eyes on the next prize. Gecko 123, we would love to come play in North Carolina, my friend. Yeah, apoplectic. Down the hatch it goes, Steve. I think that's a good idea. And Judy P, I'm all in for new season, new rules. All of the rules to the Bananas Insiders drinking game were created by fans. You know, it was a fan-created and fan-driven game. So it's really whatever the folks want. I can get Savannah and her incredible graphic design skills to cook up some new stuff, maybe an amalgamation of old and new. Moses Denton, I'll do my best to tell Johnny Bench hi for you, my friend. And Cav, you've done plenty of boozing with Biko in your life already. Happy to hear that. Still got a little more in the tank for you. Yeah, I hear you, Gecko. And listen, in due time, the Bananas will be making their way all throughout the world as Christian Dearman just misses. I mean, where did that miss, though? He threw that pitch with his glove. I'm going to watch it back. Once again, my instant replay. But while I take a look at the pitch, Vincent Chapman just absolutely lets loose. Man, Vincey moves it and grooves it like no other umpire in the game. You can search all 4 oceans and the 7 seas to try and find a man who can move it better than Vincent behind home plate, and I think you will come up empty in that task. So, anyhow, and by the way, when I looked back at that pitch, yeah, pinch up and out. Zach Whalen with a 2-0 count on him now, and quickly a 3-0 count. It'll be 8, 9, 10 in the Party Animals order, top of the 4th. You know what? I'm absolutely lost in the sauce. I thought that should have been ball 4. Instead, it's a 3-0 count now. I guess they're just not counting that first pitch. That'll be 4 straight out of the zone. And the Party Animals catcher will once again walk his way to first because he just doesn't want to bother with the effort of trying to beat the incredibly quick defense of the Bananas. And Zach now with 3 sprints on the World Tour, all of them is just like a baseball. He ended up at first base. Unlike the vast majority of banana ball players, you can usually eke out 2 bags, once in a while 3. And that one fisted towards left center. Michael Deeb will get it on the run. Well, and mosey on back to first. Sammy Claycamp now 0 for 2 after grounding out to Stephen Felton at third base his first time. You know what's really throwing me off? And I thought I absolutely butchered the call on it. Stephen made an insane play. That was back in the second inning on Tanner Thomas in foul territory. But every other inning, Chris Vasquez has been out at third and Stephen Felton has been out at third. So last inning in the third, I thought, oh my gosh, Pico, you just ruined what was an amazing play by Chris Vasquez because he's clearly the third baseman. But no, they're just rotating every inning, something that Eric Burns did not let me know. Tell you what, a walking barrel party, as Adam Morrow likes to call him, Jacob Teston, living up to the moniker today. 2 for 2 with 2 line drive singles right back up the pipe. And the party animals, for the third straight inning with a little something cooking, they were aided by an error in the second. Last frame, they had 3, check that, had 2 to it. It's like the old holy hand grenade in Monty Python. They had 5 singles, 4 of them in the infield. Check that. I don't know what I'm saying. Dalton Cornett flies out to Reese Hampton in center. 4 of them were hit hard. 1 of them was an infield single last inning. And Party Animals DH now 1 for 3 with a run scored. Josh Lavender, the Party Animals EH, designated hitter and an extra hitter for both teams in Banana Ball. 0 for 2 strikeout and a ground out to Danny Oberst at first base. And started off with some soft stuff for strike 1. Just like that, 0-2 on Lavi. John, it's a terrific question in the chat. No, there's no balks in Banana Ball. I mean, like, there's really no balks. Well, that's kind of like the 10th unwritten rule of Banana Ball is there's no balks. You know, maybe you got to come to a stop, stuff like that. But if you're trying to get weird with it, just go crazy. Lavi lines that one foul. We'll do another 2-2 pitch. Seth Strickland calling time as Adeline Silverio grabs the foul ball and tosses it into the stands. 2 outs, 2 on, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Dearman with the breaking ball gets Lavi out in front of it for a clear 4-minute inning. And oh gosh! What? I don't know what this is in the slightest. Bill rang the old bells on the back of Vincent Chapman's head. And then Vince ends it by lifting Dearman into the air. I was mystified by all of that. Dearman able to keep the Party Animals off the board. Here's Jesse Cole for Hey Baby.
It is time for a little Hey Baby. Shark, you ready to get us going here?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get your hands clapping. Here we go. All right, let's get those arms going. Let me see those arms. All right, shuffle, step to the side. Here we go.
When I saw you walking down the street, I said that's the kind of girl I like to meet. She's
You guys are the best.
looks just fine. I'm gonna make her mine.
All right, let's keep it going. One more time, West Palm, let me hear you. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are amazing.
Well, Hey Baby a staple of Bananas entertainment. Always a blast to see folks in a new part of this great country getting to dance it out with the Bananas cast and crew. Yeah, Danny, I think I could probably figure something out for you up in Lexington County. I mean, it's not the Bananas ballpark, but you're a legendary enough fan that we might be able to push some buttons, make a little something happen. Burno's World, good one. Yeah, you know what? We could be the frozen Bananas, though. I'll tell you what, we will get up into the Northeast. That's a promise. Now, talk about a guy who looks great in some booty shorts. Michael Vivacis has taken over the catching duties from Zach Whalen. Vivacis and Sean Fluke, the new man on the mound, fierce friends, both hailing from the St. Pete area. Fluke technically from Hudson, Florida. And, well, let me let Michael Deeb walk his niece up to the plate. A flower girl to accompany him. And the great return of the Mac is blaring through the speakers. Flowers still coming. And she's still wandering around, tossing a few more flowers. Stretch it out here. Let's play the song again. Good move, good work, Shark. Zach Perangelo on the prowl, trying to grab her, get her off the field. Great work.
Let's hear it for our flower girl.
Really great work. Oh, man. The dirt around home plate properly sprinkled with petals from a variety of flowers, and now we're ready to rock and roll here in the bottom of the fourth. Christian Dearman able to keep the party animals off the board, so Sean Fluke will have to do the same to keep this game locked at a point apiece. Flukey back to the backstop, but once again, Michael Deeb is in the box to swing the lumber. The Bananas left fielder has popped out to short so far today. Takes the big bender, maybe just a smidge up and out. Sean Fluke and his catcher Mike Vivacis, assistant coach and head coach in that order at Hudson High School. Baseball team. Maceo with a nice little bobbling move over there. It was Sean Fluke's alma mater of high school where he set the strikeout record. Now Michael D bounces that off of him. Cosimo will not have a play. So an infield single for Mr. Deeb on the hot shot back up the middle. He now ties
number 19, Dan Obers.
He ties Danny Obers for 7 strikeouts on the tour, and now we have a flower man. I think that...
Let's hear it for our flower dad.
I think that is the father of that young girl who just sprinkled flowers all over the place. Dad puts his own flair on the job at hand. Now here's a confusing thing for Biko. Danny Oberst, the first baseman, 1 for 1. Malachi Mitchell is pinch running over at first, but that bends the rules of Banana Ball because Malachi pinch ran for Bill Leroy just an inning ago, and they have not gotten through the order. Anyhow, Malachi retired at second. Danny able to beat the rap over at first, though. A little 6'4" fielder's choice. Rules be darned, it's Banana Ball. So Malachi off the bags. In his 2 pinch running assignments before it, he had scored 2 runs. And now a great jump by Danny Oberst for second, and he's going to have that one stolen easily. That's what he did all this past summer. Absolutely tormenting Coastal Plain League pitchers and catchers alike. He was 27 for 28 in stolen base attempts, second most in the league. And now in scoring position. And Dan, 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts on the World Tour. Ryan Cox, the shortstop, had a seeing eye single with Malachi running back in the second inning. He threw the old meaty end of the bat at it and got a ground ball right where Sam Claycamp had been playing at short. And now the count 3-1 on Cox. Sean Fluke, by the way, this is his 6th inning of work in the World Tour. Pickoff attempt of Danny Oberst, and he is out. Heck of a play by Fluke and Claycamp. Dan moseyed a little too far off the bag. And he is cut down. Throw his helmet in disgust to Seth Strickland, who pays him back with a throw of the helmet towards the dugout. An eventful and odd inning here thus far. Single fielder's choice, steal of second pickoff, 2 down, nobody on. And Ryan Cox takes the 3-1 offering on the outside corner. So a payoff pitch from Fluke to the Banana shortstop. And right back up the middle. Claycamp will fire across the diamond to retire his counterpart. And Sean Fluke holds serve. Big handshake with his catcher. We head to the 5th inning, knotted at a point apiece. And it's time for a little heads up down to Jesse Cole on the field.
Other side and my side, where we're gonna hold up these big cards and the fans have to act out what it is, and our contestant has to then guess it. T. Gray, who do you got over there?
Well, I got my man Jack right here representing with you guys right there.
All right, and your name?
Joseph.
Joseph representing this side right here, the winning section. All right, so you guys gotta fully act it out. In the middle, I got this half, the other half goes to T. Gray. All right, we ready? Let's get this going. Act it out, act it out. What is it?
A bird?
Bird, yes.
Dog.
That's right.
A dog.
Yes.
Driving. A cow.
That's right.
Cow, yes.
Booing? Not pooing. Booing. Not booing. Boo. Count,
Yes,
count.
there was a
That's
pie.
right. Good job.
And
Eating.
Eating what?
over here.
Make some noise for Jack, everybody!
So Jack the victor in a vicious game of heads up, and as you can see, that is clearly not Christian Dearman on the bump anymore. It is the trick pitcher extraordinaire, Matt Wolf. So Dearman ends up going 4 innings, 4 runs given up, only 2 of them earned. But that was on 6 hits by the Party Animals. Dearman struck out 2 and walked 3. And now the pride of Joyd, Oklahoma takes the bump for the Nanners for the first time here in West Palm Beach. Man out of North Central Texas University out there in Gainesville, Texas, then Southeastern University in Lakeland, Florida, and East Central University in Ada, Oklahoma. The Lions, the Fire, and then the Tigers, all menacing mascots for the most menacing men on either side. Now it looks like Bill Rory will play center. Matt Wolf, the quarterback, trying to read the defense, pointing out possible defensive schemes. Wolf's gonna step back into the shotgun. Bill now behind the plate. Wolf to the rubber. And And the pitch right down Broadway. Strike one to Justin DeGrandis getting his first at-bat of the World Tour. Pride of the University of South Carolina in Beaufort. I teased that he would probably be on the bump at some point tonight. I didn't expect to see the pink and green lumber in his hands. And he gets blown away by Mr. Matt Wolf. So a quick out number one here. DeGrandis pinch hitting for Kaz Canella. Now who are the party animals going to send up next? Nobody ready to swing. And here comes Mikey Vivacis. Oh, my scorebook, an absolute mess. Okay, DeGrandis in the fifth. Now let's get Mikey V in there. Mike Vivacis, 2 for 5 on the tour. Pair of line drive singles. And Matt Wolf dances patiently waiting for him. Oh, drops Trout. Shakes what his mama gave him. And just misses the low inside corner. 1-0 count on the Pride of Eckerd College. And there's a chopper left side. Ryan Cox backhanded across the diamond. Heck of a play. Boy, he made a tough one look real easy. And Wolf now with 2 outs. Staring down a chance at his first clean inning of the World Tour, Nick DiBenedetto, man who blasted one out of the park last night, stands in his way. 1 for 2 on the night is King Leo. RBI single, reached on an E5 and has scored a run. Matt Wolf so far in 3 innings has given up 2 earned runs. 5 runs in total, but you can do the math. 3 of them not his fault. That was on 2 hits, 5 walks, and he has struck out 2, make it 3 after getting DeGrandis. Now we've got Alex Ziegler, the Bananas bat tricking specialist, balancing a rose on his nose. There's about 113 different things that are happening all at once in Banana Land. Matt Wolf did not get DiBenedetto to swing on that. He was able to check. And a payoff pitch coming. With 2 down, Matt with the handstand and fires it high. That's an E for effort. That's part of why he doesn't have a clean inning yet in the World Tour, because he puts it all on the line every time. Jake Skoll dekes out King Leo. The old 6 people have touched it, so the ball is not live yet. So it can't actually get you out. Trickery, had to toss it to Michael Deeb to complete the trip around the field. So a 2-base sprint for DiBenedetto. And our 3rd pinch hitter of the inning, 4 batters in. Breland Almodovar will swing in place of Tanner Thomas. And now Sean Fluke in the on-deck circle. Coaches Adam Viro and Morrow getting real bizarre with it here in the 5th. And that one chopped foul. Count 1 and 2 on Dova. Man out of Honolulu, Hawaii. 5 for 19 on the tour, hitting .263. Does have a walk and a hit by pitch to bring the on-base percentage up to 300 on the dot. Front door breaking ball doesn't have enough bite. Count even at 2 and 2. Allie Grace, you're spot on. We only get weirder and more bizarre as time goes on. Breland tries to call time as Matt was stalling in the middle of his windup. Now a 3-2 pitch. That one did miss outside and fouled back. Not a chance for me. It lands on top of the booth. It's my lifelong dream to just get an opportunity to make a play, you know? Just give me a shot. Somebody find me in the booth with a foul ball. Four batters this inning. All four have gone to 3-2 counts. And Matt will just barely miss the outside corner. So a pair of 2-out sprints will bring Leo De Benedetto into score as Breland Almadova crawls to first, and I don't know what the heck Split's doing. The throw to first wild. Things have gone off the rails here in the top of the fifth. Party Animals push a run across. That'll be Dova's third run driven in of the tour, and De Benedetto's fourth run scored. And here is the aforementioned Sean Fluke, the pitcher for the Party Animals in the bottom of the fourth, as Breland takes off for second. The throw in time. Oh my gosh, Seth Strickland. The double punch out after power sliding towards second. And Sean Fluke in the batter's box for the first time in the World Tour. Breland takes the bat right out of his hands. And the Party Animals do push a run across off Wolf. 2-out sprints. The Bananas invade the grandstands with yellow roses in hand, trying to find some lucky ladies. See if either of these two, foam fingers in hand, get themselves a yellow rose. I gotta be honest, my guess is not. As you can see, it tends to be the younger demographic that haul in the roses. Jesse Cole almost looks like he just bit it down there. Looking for someone to toss his rose to. Oh, my Lanta Maceo out in the crowd signing autographs in between innings. It's one of the things, some of the feedback that we've got from fans throughout the World Tour has been just how excited they are and how accessible the players and cast and crew are for the Bananas. It's one of the cooler things about the team, as you see Garrett Delano getting loose for the bottom of the fifth, is that, you know, players on both sides, as well as all of the entertainment staff, spend a lot of time not just on the field, but in the stands every game. So as Jesse has found a recipient for his rose, Sean Fluke's night on the mound is over. We'll see if he gets to get another pinch-hit opportunity to start off the sixth inning. But Fluke goes one inning, one hit, no runs, and faced the minimum thanks to the pickoff of Dan Oberst at second base. And now Garrett Delano, four-year man from Brown University, spent his last semester of college ball at Mercer, as you can't be a grad student and play in the Ivy League. Problem for Eduardo Malinowski, who had to transfer from UPenn to Virginia Tech on the Bananas summer team. Guy who is absolutely tearing it up for the Hokies, by the way. And it'll be a problem for Joe Miller, last year's Coastal Plain League Pitcher of the Year, who is now currently in his senior year at UPenn. Will still have 2 more years of eligibility after it, just like Eduardo. Weird Quaker problem where not only did they not have eligibility in 2020, but 2021 since the Ivy League didn't play. But anyway, let's not talk about them. Let's talk about Christian Vasquez, who is playing in his second game of the World Tour and is now 3 for 3. I mean, what more do you want? Are you not entertained? He's got 2 ribeyes and a run scored. And Vazzy doing a heck of a job proving not only does he belong, he can excel here in the World Tour. One of the more storied Bananas careers, and just keeps getting more interesting as we move deeper into it. Half hour left to play. Bananas and Party Animals tied at a point apiece, but the Animals with 1 run here in the 5th inning. And the Bananas looking to get it back against basically the chief of the party animals. No one really has more party animal spirit than Mr. Delano on the bump. No pants needed. Been there before, buddy. Stephen Felton, the extra hitter / third baseman. The folks love it. That's a great one by Shark, and I've got an unreal story about him telling that joke in Montgomery. If you couldn't hear him, I'll repeat it for you. Vasquez takes off for second. Garrett Delano has him dead to rights. And will he even get rid of the ball? No. Garrett with the bare hand able to cut down Vazzy, who thought he had a pattern figured out on Mr. Delano. No such luck. So the inning tying run on first base now erased. Second banana to be picked off today. Second banana to be picked off in as many innings at that. And now an 0-2 pitch coming to Felton, who was plunked his first time up. Back when Emmanuel Rosario roamed the rubber. And Delano fires that one down and out. So Garrett, in 5 1/3 innings pitched, has given up 4 earned runs, 5 runs in total, 6.75 ERA. It was on 5 hits and 4 walks. But he does pace the party animals with 7 strikeouts in those 5 1/3 and make it 8. Disgusting breaking ball. And just like that, leadoff single erase by the pickoff. And then a strikeout, and the Bananas are an out away from facing their first deficit in the all-important points category so far in West Palm Beach. Delano, a guy who works a 2-seam, 4-seam curveball and changeup. That was the curve right there. He used to dispatch Stephen Felton. And Dalton Malden, the Bananas' second baseman, stole first base, and came around to score back in the 3rd inning. Ooh, that one gets the outside corner. It was not received incredibly well by Zach Whalen. Malden was pretty shocked it was called a strike, so now the Bananas down to their final strike of the inning. And there's the nasty curveball. A 3-minute and 52-second dispatching of the Nanners. Delano with 2 Ks as the party animals take a 2-1 lead in the ball game. With 26.5 minutes to play, it is time to turn it down to Tigre for an inchworm race.
We're going to do the inchworm race. Boys, get on the ground. They cannot use their hands. They have to go all the way on the count of 3. I want to see inchworm. 1, 2, 3, go. No hands, no hands. Yes, but booties up, booties up. Yeah, that is a very interesting inchworm. Look at you go, big boy. Look at him go. He's gonna, oh my God, he's coming for him. Ladies and gentlemen, with the cheating and everything, this guy wins! I have never seen anything more weirder. Back to you, Shark.
Well, that was eye-opening. The inchworm race, always a blast to see. I think those inchworms, they weren't quite inchworms. I'd say they were more snake-like, true earthworm type maneuvers. An inchworm, I feel like, is supposed to more go tush into the sky, face to feet, you know what I mean? Whatever, I'm nitpicky when it comes to my inchworm races. It was still quite entertaining. And speaking of entertaining, there's Vincent Chapman doing the Lord's work. Moving it and grooving it. Shaking what his mama gave him. He's not enthused about the song change. Also, Matt Wolf goes 1 inning, gives up 1 run on no hits but a pair of walks, and does pick up a strikeout along the way. Now we go from Matt Wolf to Matt Malatesta. Vincent emotionally touching the fans in the stands. Hated saying that as soon as it came out of my mouth. Split getting after it. It's good to hear a little Sweet Caroline. Hey, Brian, back from the Kingdom of Tonga, my man, it's great to see you. Cav, I would love to take an at-bat, and I think an at-bat will be had by myself at some point along the way here in the World Tour. Of course, I don't know if you know about it, buddy, or if you saw early on the pregame, I do have a grade 2 sprain on the old left ankle. A little chip of the bone. Lauren, our high home camera operator, is just sick of hearing about it. Says I did it all for attention, and that's pretty much how I live my life. So she's not quite wrong on that. So anyway, we'll see if I can earn myself an at bat with the boot on or not. Maybe I'll just have to whip the boot off and get a pair of cleats going. Jordan Griffin, an impassioned comment there in the section. So really quick, the joke that Shark told last inning was that we have found a band of money and you should go up to the PA booth to receive your rubber band that was holding it together. And everyone always likes it. But in Montgomery, good old country boy went up to our team president, Jared Orton, and said, listen, I heard an announcement that a band of money has been missing, and I'm just covered in bands of money. Andrew Don, the third baseman, 0 for 2, pop out and a ground out, behind in the count against Malatesta, 0-2. Long story short, the fellow said he was just covered in bands of money. That one, a chance for the fans to make a play. No. Donnie, who popped out to fans in that general area last night, survives that foray into the stands. A long story short, the fella said he had somewhere between like $30,000 and $60,000 in bands of money just all over his body, and he was scared that one of his bands of money is what had been found. But Jared explained to him, no, I think it's a joke that Shark likes to tell. But the guy was really sure. He's like, man, I could have lost it. I don't know if I would have lost it. It could have been anywhere between like $1,000 to $10,000 that I lost. Our mystified president went up to the Shark booth, said, hey, Shark, that was a joke, right? Shark, of course, yeah, it's my bands of money joke. Swing and a miss, Matt Malatesta strikes out Andrew Don, first out here in the 6th. And long story short, Jared went back down, told the man that it was a joke. He then chuckled very heartily. And that was basically that. But it's just one of those things. It was night one in Montgomery that we were blown away by. Only in Montgomery, Alabama can you make a bands of money joke. And there was a man there who was scared that he had lost one of the many bands of money he had on his person. So Zach Whalen, the catcher, 0 for 0 on the day, pair of one-base sprints and an RBI to his name. That one backing out of play, so no chance for the fans to do anything crazy. 2-1 count on the man out of Fort Myers, Florida. Pride of Cypress Lake High School. District champions in 2013 represent. Whalen, a Lee County All-Star back in his high school days. That one all the way back to the backstop. Zach Whalen, not at all interested to try and steal first. Bill Leroy's got a bazooka for a right arm, and for a guy who only gets one base on his sprints, not surprising that he didn't try and get a base there. Whalen with a couple years at John Wood Community College and then 2 more at the University of Central Missouri. That one misses outside, and Zach Whalen with 3 sprints today. The on-base percentage getting a big-time juice. Once again, he'll take his good old time getting to first base. Guy who spent a couple years in the New York Mets minor league organization, mostly with the Kingsport Mets, but dabbled with the Rumble Ponies of Binghamton, New York. And we'll be on first base with 1 down for Sam Claycamp. Shortstop for the Party Animals. Ground out to third, fly out to left so far today. Cranks that one foul. Matty Malatesta on the mound is truly one of my favorite pitchers I've ever had the pleasure of broadcasting. So far in the World Tour, he's thrown 2 shutout innings with 4 strikeouts. He is a tough man to hit. The walk of Zach Whalen was the first time that Malatesta has given up a base on balls, and tell you what, able to get lumber on the ball there. Fat part of the bat, Sam Claycamp finds the third base shortstop hole. And the party animals cooking with a little something something. 2 on and 1 down for the walking barrel party himself, Jacob Looney Testin. The moon pie batter. If he strikes out, everybody in the stands will get free moon pies, all 5,000 plus. But so far, he's hit 2 line drives back up the middle. And Zach Whalen was just retired with the old hidden ball trick. The Bananas have now gotten the party animals with it twice. To return fire, as the party animals have gotten the Bananas with it twice on the World Tour. And Whalen slowly walks off the field. Adam Viren not happy about some aspect of that with Seth Strickland. But that is a huge out. 2 down now, no one in scoring position anymore. That one just misses the inside corner. Count 2-0 on Testin. Taking off for second and stealing it easily is Sam Claycamp. First attempt to swipe a bag so far in the World Tour. Sammy 1 for 1. Party Animals once again have a man in scoring position. .30 pitch, that finds the plate. Malatesta has to figure out a way to get a couple more in the zone here to avoid giving up his first run of the World Tour. He can't. Claycamp racing around third will score easily, and Testin cruises into second just ahead of the tag from Michael D, Bananas left fielder. So credit Testin with an RBI on the 2-base sprint. And now to the top of the order, Dalton Cornett, the DH. 1 for 3, single and a run scored. Flyouts to left and center field. That one cranked foul. So Malatesta, a splitter pitcher primarily. He'll throw a sinker as well, a forkball and a fastball. A 2021 Coastal Plain League champion with the Bananas, came the last 2 weeks of the season with Hayden Harris and Matt Boynton. And Harris and Malatesta ended up being integral parts of the Bananas championship. That one gets the top of the zone. Count 1 and 2 on Cornett. I would go as far to call Matt Malatesta a postseason hero for the Bananas. Dalton just able to get a piece of that. It's a guy who threw 5 innings without an earned run in the last game of the regular season up in Lexington County, and then parlayed that into 4 shutout frames in the decisive Game 3 of the CPL Championship. Bananas got their second Pettit Cup in 6 years of existence. That one cranked to first. Danny Oberst will take it himself. And Malatesta with a 7-minute and 31-second frame. The Party Animals get 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 walks. Did I say 2 runs? I meant 1 run on 2 hits. I'm way off. Here is Shark to honor all the military members here in the stadium, and this goes for all you folks at home and your families.
Fans, please join the Bananas in honoring the men and women that serve this great nation as we salute our hometown heroes of the night. The Savannah Bananas, thank you so much for your service and commitment to our great country, and thank you for protecting our freedom.
Always a really cool moment wherever Banana Land is on any given weekend. So anyway, to clean up the ugly finish of that 6th inning for Pico, the Party Animals get 1 run on 1 hit and 2 walks. I don't know if I said that right the first time, but in my mind I felt like I had butchered it. Split and Bruce from the Bananas going out, fist bumping, shaking hands, just like Bananas players, cast and crew do. Honoring the military members and their families here today. And the Party Animals with a big opportunity here. Only 13 minutes left of game time. And I'll tell you what, this is where Banana Ball strategy can get a little funky. Because if Garrett Delano can keep the Bananas off the board and have an inning that lasts more than basically the 3 minutes we'll probably have here to get going. In Banana Ball, we don't start another inning after the hour 50 mark. In true Banana Ball spirit, it's supposed to be a 2-hour game. We don't go over that line. So, in all likelihood, this is the last chance for the Bananas to try and tie this ball game. And with the Party Animals pushing a run across in the top half of the frame, it'll be up to the Bananas to score 2, or else the Party Animals will have their 2nd win in 8 games of the World Tour. The Bananas have it lined up exactly how you draw it up in the playbook. It's top of the order. Leroy, Hampton, and Skoll due to swing it. Bill 0 for 1 on the evening, a line out to first base, a 2-base walk, and a run scored for the Bananas catcher and captain, alongside Kyle Lewis, last night's starter. Delano, a 2018 CPL teammate of Bill. In Garrett's first and only summer with the Bananas, it was first of 4 for Mr. Leroy. Starts him off with a heater on the outside corner. And follows it up with a beautifully spotted pitch. Bill behind in the count 0-2. And thought about taking off for first, but Zach Whalen scampers to that one quickly. And what would represent the all-important tying run, Bill just gonna try and get on any way he can. Didn't feel like he had the jump possible. It kicked off the backstop a little bit. Judy Pounder is a big fan of Garrett Delano's shorts on the bump. I am as well. That one skied down the right field line. Chris Quitzer chasing it down, and Leo DiBenedetto almost makes a superb Willie Mays-esque over-the-shoulder grab, and now we hope he's okay. He hobbles out of it a little bit. Looks like he's stretching out his left foot. And flips the hair back. That's the... Why can my mind not tell me what that is called? It's not a hat. It's a hat without a top to it. It's like the opposite of a yarmulke. A visor. Thank you so much, Griffin. Jeez. Sometimes this brain of mine. A visor. It's our word of the day. Breaking ball gets the top of the zone, and a tight one at that. So Bill Leroy struck out looking. Only the second time Bill has struck out in 23 plate appearances of the World Tour. It's Delano's 3rd K in an inning and 3rd of work. Now Reese Hampton and Jake Skoll stand in the way of a Party Animals victory. We have crossed the hour 50-minute threshold You can't see it on camera, but in center field, Breland Almadova was standing on his head. So if Reese Hampton could have sent one in his general direction, it would have been tough recovery for him. He was not in your typical ready position. That one fouled back towards the fans. Count 0-2 on Hampton. The Bananas center fielder, 1 for 2 on the day. Fly out to left and an RBI double down the right field line. 2021 Gastonia Honey Hunters, prides of the Atlantic League, stand in the way of a Party Animals victory. Long run for Andrew Donnie, didn't have a chance in the world to get there. Does a heck of a job not to face plant into the netting. Yeah, Cav, my vocabulary is an odd smattering of impressive and the exact opposite of impressive. That's how bad my vocabulary is. I didn't have anything for it. Abysmal? That would have fit the spot there. Delano able to get Hampton swinging on the high, stinky cheese. That is 4 straight strikeouts for the bedazzled cowboy-hatted pitcher for the Party Animals. And now it's up to Jake Skoll to pass the baton to Dakota McFadden in the on-deck circle to give the Bananas a chance to tie this game at 2 points apiece and send it to tie-breaking showdowns. Party Animals with a run in the top of the 6th inning, threatening to claim their 2nd victory of the tour. That one skied in foul territory. Zach Whalen over towards the dugout is gonna just barely run out of room. That would have been a Superman play had he had a chance to get there. He was about 4 feet away from where he could have tried to stick his glove out and get leather on the ball. Another life for the Bananas right fielder. Skoll has flown out to left and popped out to first tonight. A 0-1 pitch from Delano to Skoll. And it's up and out. Garrett around 92 miles per hour with the fastball, touches 94. Misses with the changeup low and away, and Jake Skoll back ahead in the count 2-1. Changeup's usually around 82 miles per hour. Curveball can go all the way down to about 75, 76. And there is the cheese. The Bananas are down to their final strike. Hushed whispers from the ballpark of the Palm Beaches here. Party Animals 1 strike away from victory. 2-2 pitch. It's popped up in the shallow left center. Andrew Don, the third baseman, will make the catch. And the Party Animals win this one 3-1.
3-1. But the Bananas are 6-2 on the tour. Let's hear it for your Savannah Bananas. And West Palm, thank you so much. We had a ball here. The last 2 days have been magical. We thank you more than anything for making our dreams come true, coming to West Palm. All the players, all the cast are gonna be outside the front main gate. We're gonna have a plaza party, pictures, autographs, meet and greet with all the fans. Thank you again for everything, West Palm. We love you guys.
A heartfelt message from Bananas owner Jesse Cole as the Party Animals claim victory here in the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. Garrett Delano with 2 excellent innings of relief, picking up 4 strikeouts along the way and only allowing 1 hit to shut the door on the Nanners as the Party Animals push runs across in the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th innings, ended up claiming 3 points along the way. And that will shut things down for us here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Thank you so much to everybody on YouTube and the No Filter Network for sticking along with us this afternoon. The only day game of the Banana Ball World Tour, and the Party Animals claim victory. They remain undefeated under the sun. The Bananas dropped to 6-2 along the World Tour. So with 4 games left of the Bananas versus Party Animals part of the World Tour, there's still a shot for the Party Animals to win 4 straight and tie the entire tour up at 6 games apiece. Next week, a week from yesterday, we will be in Savannah for 2 more games in Grayson Stadium. They will both be 6 p.m. pregame Eastern Time, 7 p.m. first pitch. And then we head off to Columbus, Georgia, and Birmingham, Alabama for a game apiece the following Thursday and Saturday to wrap this whole thing up. So what a ball game today. Christian Dearman started off for the Bananas, Emmanuel Rosario for the Party Animals. The Bananas had a 1-0 lead, but the Party Animals fire back with 3 straight points and claim victory. Now, real quick, some big shout-outs I have to give. I know I gave some at the start of the broadcast for the end of last night's broadcast, since my excitement with the fireworks our previous evening ended up being too much for our soundboard to handle. Thank you so much to Franche O'Neill, our fantastic third base camerawoman, her first time with us at BTV, and she was unbelievable. Emerson Elmgren on the first base camera, incredible as per usual. Nick Keldy with the roaming cam all over the place, getting shots like you've never seen before. Chad Reese, my fantastic coordinating producer. Griffin Ellis, my unbelievable technical director. And Lauren Costa behind the high home camera for her 2nd straight Bananas broadcast, just getting better with time, and unbelievable job. It's tough to find better in the business. Thank the entire crew. Jared Orton, our drone flying extraordinaire and the executive producer of Bananas TV. Thank you so much for getting the banana panorama up in the sky. The Party Animals take this one 3-1, and we will see you next week in Savannah. Once again, an enormous thank you from all of us in Bananaland and Bananas TV for tuning in on the tube and nofilter.net. We'll see you next Friday night in the old SAV, Chatham County, baby. Have a great week, and of course, we'll see you later!